What's up, everybody? This episode of Champion and Tramp is brought to you by Bubba Coos Burritos. I actually just went and got some delivered the other day. I got my favorite quesadilla with shrimp and chicken, and the kids got some jalapeno poppers, some nachos, some tacos. Pretty much endless what you could do there. What's your go-to over there?
You know what I like to do, man? Their slogan is create something different. That's exactly what I do. The last time I went in there, I went in there, ordered for the whole family like you. I took it home to the fam. But I just kind of pick and point. I did the crispy chicken, and I just tell the guy, I want that, I want that, I want that. And that's the cool thing about Bubba Coos is you can literally create your own.
You really can't go wrong. So check them out, Bubba Coos, Champion and Tramp. Peace.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champion and Tramp. We got a special guest, my man, Matt Serra. He's a legend of East Coast MMA. It's a legend MMA in general. Ultimate Fighter winner, welterweight champion, owns several Serra Brazilian Jiu Jitsu academies.
One school. COVID took one.
Okay. COVID took one. Fuck
but
COVID.
listen,
COVID fuck COVID.
Listen,
right?
fuck COVID. But one school, it's better to concentrate. I find a positive in everything.
There you go. Now you get focus.
I had
on
two
one
schools, and now I have one. So I'm saving a lot of money. And logistically, everybody's going to the one school. So I'm doing well. But hey, man, good to be here, Frankie.
Yeah.
You know, when your guy behind the scenes here, Andrew, was counting down the 3, 2, 1, I was very surprised he said 1 because I thought you're not supposed to say 1.
Listen, this
is that true or no? This is very professional.
Listen.
Roger, nice to meet you too, by the way.
This is semi-professional. We're working our way there.
There's nothing
But look,
professional
we got
all.
actually a pro in the chair, and now we just learned something from you. So now we'll hold the one.
No, but is that no? Is that
right.
true?
I think you're right.
No, I'm not giving you shit. No, that's why when you said that, I was like, 1. Wait a minute, and then Frankie started talking. I didn't want to forget. I wanted to know. This is so. Listen, these microphones.
That's professionalism.
This is
right
professional.
There.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I'm part of a real. I just now realized what kind of a shit show I'm doing on Unfiltered with my buddy Jimmy.
And you don't have anybody in person anymore now, right? You're not even with Jimmy. Are you guys on your own?
Oh no,
Zoom,
I'm doing
right?
it from home. Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man.
That does suck.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I miss seeing Jimmy and hugging my little bird. No, but I do miss seeing him. And I missed going to the city before it became a big shithole.
Yeah,
but
right.
Because it's going to be different now. But I used to go to the city. It's like less than an hour, like 50 minutes or so on the train. So I'd get a workout in, jump on the train, walk like 7 blocks. It wasn't far from Penn. Get some espressos. Let's take a seat in the park there. I got my headphones on. I'm probably not doing that now. Now I'm more on high alert. I'll be like a little short Kurt Russell in that motherfucker. I'm not playing the knockout game, Hulk.
Yeah,
This is my buddy Hulk, by the way, Paul Harrison.
Hulk.
I don't know if I introduced him.
Hulk in the house.
Yeah, he's one of my black belts. I know this guy 20 years. But like my Luca Brasi. I got a problem. Hulk ends up in the back seat with the piano wire. I don't know. But what the fuck was I up to? Where were we?
Oh, you going to New York, and now you're.
Oh yeah, but it used to be. I used to reminisce, man, because coming up when I used to train under the Hensel Gracie Academy was my college, so I was there like 5-6 days a week, training 5 days a week. I'd teach on Saturday. I'd sleep over Friday night in the school. And back then, it's not like I had any social media or nothing, man. I'd watch literally like VHS tapes of tournaments from Brazil and stuff. Man, I was living the fucking samurai life.
Yeah.
But it was like, and then I'd go out to eat, me, John Danaher, Ricardo Almeida,
Right.
and like we just get a bite to eat after training. And I don't know, man. I missed the city, but 2 days a week, in and out. Like I'm in the studio an hour and change. I spend more time on the train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it's like it was good. It was nice. So I kind of miss that, but
And
Don't get me wrong.
COVID killed that.
COVID don't get me wrong.
COVID killed that.
Yeah, man. We couldn't be in the studio. You know,
Come on.
But pretty much
Can't be in the studio anymore.
Well,
We're in the fucking studio.
They're starting to talk about getting like. They said something like, they asked when I'm going to get the
Vaccination.
yes, the vaccination. Vaccination. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm horrible. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm holding out on that. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't feel like doing that shit.
I'm probably.
You know,
If you're healthy, why would you? You know, that's the thing.
It was.
I mean,
weird.
bro. I don't want to say no because we might have to take it one day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll cross that bridge and yada yada. But right now, I'm having. Listen, the show's still fun. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I had my buddy Dean Thomas on today.
Yeah. Clips today.
And
you guys,
what's
what's
that?
Yeah,
Why did that ever go away?
I don't know, man.
Tell me that's not
That's
fun.
Bud Light, right? It was Bud Light. Yeah.
What's that? Just yelling it like
it
idiots.
was Bud Light, right?
It was a scary movie too, wasn't it?
I do that, dude. Well, first of all,
It was always on the Super Bowl.
dude, my poor wife, she sees me. Picture me doing that with my. I do that sometimes in the lobby with a VR headset on. So I see the other guys. And, I got so picture her looking at me. I usually got my shirt off, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, what is?
When you say the
I'm gonna
lobby,
be 50.
when you say the lobby, you're like the lobby of a video game.
I'm sorry.
Right,
Yes. Yeah, it's not a natural lobby. I'd be fucking locked up. But yeah, man, I play my virtual reality.
You're a big gamer,
And,
right?
Oh yeah, I'm a big gamer.
yeah.
One day I'm gonna start doing the holes.
It's Twitch, right?
Twitch.
Well,
I
know what
should.
about you'd fucking
I'm a
kill it,
moron.
bro.
I play for the
You
love of the
kidding
game
me?
right now.
No, you're
I go
crazy.
on population 1,
Dude,
and I
dude,
murk
you
motherfuckers.
kill it.
What
You
is
kill
Twitch?
it.
I keep hearing Twitch. What is it?
It's kind of like it's like a YouTube for video games, pretty much, right? Like someone pays to watch you fucking play video games.
Oh, really?
And bro, but
I
you're
gotta-
funny as fuck, bro. You commentate
I have
that shit.
fun with that
Oh,
fucking
man.
thing. Oh, but dude, it is. Listen, I have a house filled of women with women. Like it's great. But I'm not into the Masked Singer. I don't give a fuck who's behind the peacock. I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I think that's the Backstreet Boy. I go, oh. I fucking go in and I fucking squat up with some of my buddies and I murk some fools. And I don't care if I look silly. I could be going out to the fucking cigar shop. I could be down at the bar. I could be doing bad things. I'm having a good time. I'm not hurting nobody. And I'm still in the room. I picked the shit up. Oh, that's
There you see
the
it.
one behind the thingy. Go back in. It's fun, Frankie. I'm telling you.
My kids are into it. I never was
Oh,
a big video
that's the
game
appropriate
person.
thing for a child. I am a man child for sure.
No, but I do hear this VR is the next thing. I hear there's like some reactive stuff you could do.
Oh,
So
listen,
maybe
man.
help like training.
I'll tell you right now, my wife, she does the kickboxing, and she doesn't do it like the cardio kickboxing. She has like a real trainer. Her trainer, Carol Colombo, is used to train with me 20 years ago. She's a student under Ray Longo.
Oh, all right,
So she
yeah,
learned
yeah,
under
yeah.
Ray. She actually fought. She's you remember my friend James Gabert?
Yeah, oh yeah.
She's almost like a I don't want to say like a female James Gabert, but she's
Right.
a
I got
tough,
you. I got
you
you.
know,
Yeah.
person. But so she's very well trained. My wife actually had a fight, you know.
No
So
way.
yeah, she had a
Yeah,
kickboxing
yeah,
match
yeah.
at 36 years old. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and she won. She did great.
Yeah.
At the what's the old bank at the Capital in the city.
Oh, wow.
You know, part of a real card. Yeah, it was great.
That's very
My
cool.
kids were there. My kids never saw me fight, but they saw
No
That's
shit.
they saw my wife.
Wow, man.
That's pretty
Yeah.
great.
You know,
You
they saw me
talk
control.
slick,
They
she's
saw me
gonna kick your
control
ass, too.
controller drunk, but they never saw me fight. But yeah, my wife. They did that. For my wife. I'm so proud of her because she never competed in high school. Or anything.
Speaking of that, you said when you're drunk. What happened in Vegas? You were at like a lunch or a breakfast or something with your wife, and some guy got loud with a waitress or something, right? And you had to put him on his back, right?
Yeah. Right. I'm sorry, only because you said about why I brought up my wife about her fight. She does and I'll get right back to the Roger,
yeah,
but
man.
my
Yeah,
ADD is she does a thing called Fitness XR, right? And it's like when you put this thing on, and it's like you're in a gym, and you have a trainer or whatever it is, and then you hear their voice while you have these glowing balls come at you, right? And you punch them, and you punch and they explode when you hit them. So how you hit them with the technique and the power gets you a better score. You have other people doing it virtually. You don't see them, but you see their names, so you get scored compared to them.
wow,
My
that's
wife, dripping. Dripping.
Wow.
She does it for like an hour. About
yeah.
today she did it for like 45 minutes, but it's like she's doing proper technique. She's hitting, and they have the different combinations. It's like the future with that shit.
Yeah.
But
what system do you have?
It's the Oculus Quest 2.
Okay, my kid,
you can get that shit right at Best Buy. You don't.
Has it.
When I was in Abu Dhabi and I'm in fucking quarantine, I'm doing that shit, man.
Yeah, that's
great, dude.
bro.
I'm hanging out with my fucking. It's cool, man. Like I listen. I'm a simple man, but it's one of the things I like to do.
Yeah, hey, fuck, man. Like you
Yeah,
said, you're not
shit,
at the
yeah.
bar.
Exactly, man.
Dope.
You'd be doing a lot worse things, man. But I'm sorry, Roger.
No, man, all
You were
good,
talking
brother. Go.
About the drunk.
Yeah. What happened? Just because you said your kids have never seen you in a real fight, but I don't know if they were there for that.
Oh no, they were there for that. And the thing is, we were in Vegas. It was July 4th, and I remember that because the next day I was, doing the whole Hall of Fame thing, So my relatives were in town for that, and my wife was thinking about going down to the Strip for a fireworks show, and I'm like, look, you know how many idiots are going to be there. I don't like drunk people, I don't like being in crowds. I just don't like it. I really don't. So I'm like, let's just. We're at the Red Rock, and the Red Rock's a beautiful. You ever go to the Red Rock casino?
Fertitta's place.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And they have a movie theater in there, a bowling
beautiful.
alley.
It's ridiculous.
They have restaurants. They have a cafe. We were at a cafe, and like a diner, And so I'm like, look, let's just stick around here. Maybe we'll do a little bowling, and we'll go to the cafe and whatnot. Because it was my wife, my 3 little girls, my sister, and my nephew, who was around 19 at the time. 20 at the time, around that age. This was a little while ago. How many years ago was this?
No, I don't know, man.
4?
It's a pretty viral video, though.
Oh, that thing went.
Yeah.
That thing went crazy viral, TMZ and shit. But so anyway, I didn't want to be around crowds and stuff. So we were at the diner, the cafe, and there was this drunk couple, and they were just out of control. It was like Weekend at Bernie's. She was like falling over, and he was propping her up and putting the sunglasses on. I go, is she alive? I go, and then he left for a while. So after we were almost done, and he came back, and when he came back, he was like nasty to the staff and yelling for them when they're walking by, and then he's throwing things at them, and I'm like, oh, people are like, and it was very tense in there. So I go to my wife, I go, let's get the fuck out of here, because I'm just, if anything gets thrown near my kids or something, it's not going to be good. Let's just go. If she knows, she goes, okay, So he's coming to my waiter was this little feminine Chinese guy, right? A nice guy, but I have to just say how he was. That's just, I have to describe how he was. So he comes over. He's a friend of hers. No. But so he's coming over, and he has my check, right? And the guy stands up, and the guy was yelling shit before at other waiters and stuff, not just him, waitresses and whatnot. And my waiter's coming to my table. He gets up and he goes towards him. So the second he gets up, I didn't even plan to, but I instantly stood up, So when I stood up, he directed it right towards me right away. What, you got a fucking problem? What are you going to do? Fucking right away. So I was already angled. So I wasn't already, I was going to be in a knockout game immediately. My shoulder was angled the right way. Yeah. I was ready to roll, cover, whatever. He took his shirt off at that point. You know what I mean? So when he went to take the shirt off, and then I had to neutralize that shit because it's not going to get any better. You know what I mean? No. So it's funny, when I got a hold of him, I clinched him basic around the waist. My wife goes, I thought you were going to slam him down. You took him down so gently.
Honestly, you were pretty easy.
It was basically bent down. He finally when you don't, it's funny because it's really, and Frankie, as a black belt. Roger, do you train jiu-jitsu at all?
I don't. No.
But when you're used to keeping people down who know how to get out, and who don't know how to get out, but you used to just control. It's like riding a bull for 20 years. You know how to do it. So anybody that's seen that, that's trained, dude, I'm on a drunk white belt. It's really nothing. But for the untrained person, wow, that's not even, that guy can't do anything. It's not a big deal, but in other words, but it is a big deal because jiu-jitsu is a big deal. I'm happy in hindsight this thing happened. My kids were upset at the time and this and that. At one point, well, anyway, I took him down and I was controlling him, and I looked up, and that's when I saw my one kid, my middle child, Maria, and she was just like, I remember seeing her like this, just wide-eyed, and I go, I'm like, no, it's okay. And so at one point I was telling him to calm down, but when you heard me do that, it's okay. I was talking to my kid. You know what I mean? Like, and then I was just controlling him. And
I don't think it was a bad look for you, man.
I
don't think it hurt your stock at all because obviously the guy was being a dick, and you definitely were taking it easy on him.
Oh no, I
was expecting a smack. One smack.
Nothing happened at that point. That's why I was mad at the security guy that came over because.
Well, he was like trying to say, get
off.
Oh,
he goes,
off,
he's like, what's going on? Like, you controlling him? I'm like, yeah. I go, do you want to? He goes, all right, get off him. Now, look, he's not about to get knee on belly or anything. He's not, there's going to be a point that if I just get off him, he's not going to be controlled. So, as of now, nobody's hurt. The guy didn't grab my nuts. The guy didn't do nothing. The guy didn't spit on me. Nothing happened yet. You got to control him. Like, so I'm like, do you want to wait for some of your guys? Are you ready? Then he started getting a little nasty. He goes, all right, get off. Like, so that guy, if that fat fuck touched me, that would have been a bad look. That would have been a good look at all. So I go, hey man, I can get off anytime I want, but you gotta. And then that's when it got off and whatever. But yeah, I mean that guy, whatever. But the other security guys were cool, and they're like, yo, come with us to. I go, no, I'm done. I'm good. I'm not going anywhere. I neutralized it. I go, ask everybody. When I took them down, what they didn't capture is everybody was applauding. The whole place applauded. Yeah. And I told my sister, the person you heard in the background wasn't my wife. My wife might have said, stop, you're not going to win, stop. She said something like that. But the other one's like, yeah, that's right. That's my sister's that was my sister. So I told my sister to tape it because, you guys know where we're from. It's very similar, Long Island and New Jersey.
She's actually the video that it came from?
My sister taped it because I told her, I go, Sam, my sister Samantha, go tape this. I go, because, where I've come from, the loser goes to the hospital, but the winner goes to jail. Right. You know what I mean? You heard that guy go you saw it. That's another beautiful thing about this is this idiot, you seen the whole thing from, I'm going to kill you, literally, I'm going to fuck you up, to, I'm pressing charges in a matter of, whoa, he get him off me, I'm pressing.
I heard him say that from the bottom.
It would have been, if he wanted to press charges, it could have been, hey man, well, he was on top of him, and it would have been, I've been through the civil thing before, and it's not fun.
Yeah. But you didn't strike him at all. Right?
Nothing. Yeah. So, I talked to Dana about it, and I sent him the video right away, and because, it's my buddy's place, you know what I mean? So, it's the Fertitta's place. Yeah. So, Lorenzo's a great guy.
He is.
So, they even said, like, Dana's security guy and them, they go, look, he didn't do nothing wrong. What are they gonna say to what he did? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's different if I did smack him around.
That shit went viral real quick though. When did it show up on TMZ? A couple days later?
Dana goes to me. I remember Dana goes, look, man, there's things that can get as viral, but there's nothing getting more viral than this. Because it was like millions. It was like really crazy. Oh yeah. So then it was on TMZ. They said a nice thing about it, like. But hey, man,
was that your sister's video they got? Or
it's mine. I put it out. I told her to give me it. And I put it on my Instagram, and then Dana's got a follow, and he put it out there, and next everybody just, it was a good look for jiu-jitsu. Listen,
for sure.
That's I could have neutralized that thing with a right hand, but I hit him, he hits the floor, and I'm fucking.
Then what? And honestly, especially you never know. He hits the floor, hits his head, hits the fuking ground, he dies.
Dude, and also my kids are gonna witness that. They love it now. They even said, we're glad we seen that. It was scared.
Especially
in
today's world. I feel like everybody's a victim nowadays. You know what I mean? So
everyone needs to be trained. Man, it's evil out there. That's what I love about my everyday life. My retirement is what I do every day for the last 20 plus years is teach jiu-jitsu, and more so than getting the next champion. Like look, not for anything. I don't look like a pussy, So for that guy to get up and do that to me, what if I didn't know how to handle myself? How am I gonna look my kids in the face and my wife? What if I got my ass handed to me in front of them? Like, what if I'm like, no? And they're like, Daddy, fuck. I gotta. Hey man, you gotta protect your family.
That guy clearly doesn't watch MMA though, because you got a very recognizable face.
Oh, that guy was, first of all, he was hammered, but it did. That guy was attacking anybody.
Really, yeah.
So I put my students, any one of them, especially the guys that don't look tough at all, in that same position. They can do the same exact thing because of what they're doing at my place. And I have a good time, man. Atmosphere is as important as anything you're doing, any kind of business. That's how I feel.
No doubt.
And like Hulk, I know for 20 plus years, man. It's always a good time at the school. No, Hulk? It's a good fucking time, man.
Good culture.
It's a good fucking time because you know why? If there's an asshole there, it's not even like it's up for a fucking, a vote. No, the guy's out. The guy's fucking out. I don't like it. You're fucking out. Because everybody's a nice guy. I have such nice people. So I don't know, man. I like empowering people with jiu-jitsu because there's a lot of douchebags out there.
Yeah.
Both where we're from. Both in, there's a lot of great people,
shit,
but there's also those guys that you need to, be able to smack around.
Jiu-jitsu brings things. It's more real. It's not just some talk. I think people that think they're these tough guys, they walk into a jiu-jitsu class, they get fucked. They're like, holy shit.
Oh, man. Got rolled,
Either they change their ways or they just don't stick around.
Right.
I remember when you first got with Ricardo Almeida.
I remember this. I remember this. This is before I was with Ricardo, I think. Maybe. I wasn't even, I just started fighting. You think you just won the title. And we're at a reality fighting.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know if he didn't know, like, I don't even know he knew me. I mean, he's sitting there fucking talking. I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking Matt Serra. He's fucking talking to me.
Yeah, we were talking for a while. It was me, you, Ligori, and who was else? Maybe Drago. I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
We were at fights, but I forgot what we were talking about. But I remember that when you ended up, because it was weird because our good friends, Pete Drago Sell and Chris Ligori had two great fights together. They had good fights. Yeah. And they were both young and tough. I mean, and Chris Ligori is another guy that never got his due. I talked about him before on my podcast, but some of these guys, Frankie, we're so. I'm not saying we're lucky because obviously, dude, you're a fucking legend. But like, it's not. You don't want to say it's. You don't want to say it's luck, but this game could be brutal. And there's a lot of guys that should be known that really aren't. Guys like Drago, guys like Ligori. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they're warriors, man. They had such good fights.
They put it in. Yeah.
But anyway, I knew. So I didn't know. I knew from cornering against. I don't know if I knew you were friends with him then, but
that was before I started training.
That's what it was.
I was still in college. So
but then that's what it was. The
first UFC fight I ever went to was in Atlantic City. You fought
Dean Thomas or who?
No, fuck
Shoney Khan.
Caro. Parisian.
Oh, that went horrible.
Yeah, but I remember the fucking crowd went. I was like, oh fuck this dude, let's go.
It's the first thing I said to my students on the boardwalk afterwards. I go, all I know is, all you motherfuckers better not be joining a judo school and leaving me. What
I remembered about you is the intensity you fought with, the attitude you fought with. You know what I mean? Like that's who you are.
It's a weird. That was a life changing fight. It's so weird, man. How things seem. And listen, man, that was the first time my wife brought my father-in-law, who's now my we were engaged, So my wife drove down there with my father-in-law to watch me, Ciro. Why you get tired? I don't know, Ciro. I don't fucking know. Anyway, why you get tired? Got fucking tired of that one. But I had all my students there. That was a rough loss. And at the time, it sucked because the winner was going to get the title shot, right? Caro, not to mention, I almost knocked him out in the opening fucking second. Yeah. But there's a lot of positives you could take from it, from the fight alone where, dude, I was so, I mean, I don't know, Frank, I don't think I ever seen you tired, though. Have you fucking, I was about to say, how you are when you feel when you're dead tired? I'm like talking to the fucking Energizer Bunny. Dude, were you ever fucking really tired? I mean,
my first fight with Maynard, the very first fight, he took me down a couple times. Yeah, and it was also in Colorado, and I didn't go out there for. It's
a weird feeling.
Fight, I felt a little tired.
It's rough. It's a different. I was never afraid of getting hurt, but I was always afraid of getting tired. So I remember being so tired in that fucking fight. So just to make it through was a victory, and I got to do some cool escapes. Like I knew I had a good arm lock escape that I had to use in that fight, and it was pretty cool because if it wasn't correct, I would have. It was. You know what I mean? It got me out of. Right. I would have had a broken arm, or whatever. I didn't have to tap out. I made it through. But anyway, the point is, if I would have won that fight, I would have fought Matt Hughes for the title, and I probably would have done it a little too soon.
Right.
And Caro got the shot, ended up getting an injury, never ended up fighting the guy. Next thing you know, we had an addiction problem, fucking from pain meds.
Right,
Next thing you know, we never see the guy again, kind of. You know what I mean? He went downhill after that.
Right.
And I went to the tough house after that because you have to be coming off a loss. And that shit changed my life, obviously. The tough fucking.
That was season 4, right?
That was season 4. And it was the whole theme was
comeback.
So the tough thing was fucking huge for me. Yeah, that was a huge opportunity.
Talk about life changing stuff. George St. Pierre. I mean, how life changing was that?
Oh, that was huge, and that's what the Ultimate Fighter led to.
that, right?
Yeah. You know, and George was that was good. That was my Rocky movie. You know.
Yeah.
Were they doing like Vegas odds back then for that? I mean, they put them on. They put them on now on TV. You actually see what were the odds on that? Do you know?
Oh, I'm not sure,
You don't
man.
remember?
12-1 or some shit. Something crazy. Something
Shocked the world, man. Shocked the world.
Yeah. That was like a Rocky movie. That's you know, I'm more made for that. You know, Frankie was the dominant champion. Like there's guys who are made for that. I'm happy enough just getting that fucking belt and the way it went down.
But I remember, you know, the second time you guys fought. I just remember like you know, all the interviews with you and the just you know, like Frankie was saying, the confidence you had. You were going to beat him again, man. There was no doubt in your mind about it. You know.
Yeah, you know, we took a shot. You know what I mean? You know, things could have went back. Listen, whenever things don't go your way, you think about the preparation, you think about this or that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it'll just be an excuse you make, you know. My biggest thing with that second fight, I feel, honest, to be dead honest, he was so on point. I feel on my best day, I probably would have lost, but it probably would have resembled his fight with Nick Diaz where I would have survived it. I don't like getting stopped. And I feel like, and if people bring up the knees, I'll tell you right now, dude, I don't remember ever feeling the knees. I know they looked cool and it looked dramatic. I don't remember feeling them. The elbow I took to the fucking eye socket right before it, I did feel. I'll be honest with you. That got me to the turtle position. And that was the first time I took a clean shot the whole fight. And I was fucking winded. I remember just being, because there was a lot of up and down, and that's what tires you.
Up and down.
The up and down tires you. You watch that even in a boxing match. Watch them go to get up if they get knocked down. Look how slow they get up, and that's you know what I mean. If you have to do that up and down, if you're not training like that, it was a weird thing for me. Like, and honestly, like my back's out, like on New Year's Eve, April. I gotta, you know, I'm fighting a guy. You know what I mean. So you have to go through a camp. So I went through a camp. I got in shape, but I feel like I could have been in better shape, but it is what it is, you know. I took a shot. I took a shot to go out there and take him out still, and it just from the get-go, first of all, it was a crazy experience. And me and George
You
was
were in Canada, right?
Yeah, I was in Montreal for the first time ever. The UFC was there. It was in Montreal, his hometown.
Yeah.
The chants of "fuck you, Sarah" was so deafening. You know, George fought with twice as many people in another part of Canada. I forgot where he fought. He said it wasn't nearly as loud as it was that night when he fought me.
Yeah.
No shit.
And he was just on my show the other day, George. It was great
Is
to
that
have.
Rogers Arena, I think it is up there.
They're all Rogers.
Yeah.
All of them are Rogers up
they?
there. Yeah.
It's the network, right? The phone network company, I think. Yeah, I
What's
think
that,
so.
brother?
The nerve in your arm.
Yeah, it's so funny the way the fight started. I remember, man, I was gonna like really look to just lay into him, but he shot right underneath my right hand, like just. And he timed it so perfect, it probably even made me look even slower than the right hand was. You know what I mean? It's just well timed. So he went right underneath, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to elbow the fuck at him because he plays so tight. And I remember pushing up on his head, snapping an elbow. Now, my elbows, they kind of suck. I wish they were like Kenny Florian's elbows.
my God, he's got, like,
they're not
fucking-
like sharp at all.
Yeah.
They're like little, you know what I mean?
Rounded off.
Yeah, they're not great. And I hit him, and I remember when I hit him, I'm like, what in the actual fuck? I felt like, you ever have a dead hand? Like you can't feel it, like you slept on your hand or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I felt like
You hit
my
your
arm
funny
was
bone.
off.
You hit your funny bone.
I ended up severely bruising the ulnar nerve.
Yep.
And when you do that, dude, it's like you couldn't. I didn't even know. If I'm doing it, I couldn't even feel I was like moving my hand. Felt, and he forced his half guard. And I'm just like, yo, this is a terrible start. This fucking is hard. Can we start over? No, I don't know. But
Jim Miller, when he was on, he was talking about that. Remember?
What with that?
Something about an adverse effect with the medication he was taking for Lyme's, and remember he smacked his elbow on his truck door or something, going, and he said most pain he's ever been in his life.
Funny bone, the ulnar nerve. Yeah.
now we could talk about this with your fans on the comments, and they'll be like, what does that mean? And you'll be like, he said to leave it in. But ready? Listen to this. Ready? Ready? Watch this. And this is like a little private joke between me and Andrew. Ready? Sorry, Andrew. Thank you, brother. Andrew's like, that's not my job, dude. My job's not to get you to reefer.
I'm not even sure if Andrew would know how to operate that thing.
I'm only kidding, Andrew. I did that for laughs. Go ahead. No, you don't have to do that. Oh, come on, like the college days.
Oh, shit.
All right.
That's
Sorry about that,
amazing,
guys.
man.
Make sure you leave that in. Don't dare take that out.
No, where it's in. We roll
All
it.
right.
That's going to be the trailer right there.
Oh, man.
So, hey, I want to know your take on Jake Paul.
I think as a young kid trying to make some money, I mean, listen, you don't want to be disrespectful. Anytime you're disrespectful to people, like I don't know.
You're saying disrespectful to him? Or
Well,
him
Jake
being
Paul.
disrespectful?
Jake Paul. No, anytime Jake Paul's like disrespectful to guys that like, I don't know what his beef was with DC, and he's calling him a fat boy or whatever he's calling him, and it's like even how he was with Ben Askren. It's like, dude, Ben Askren said something really funny, and he said it at one of the press conferences. He goes, "You realize if we were in a back alley, like if I wanted to, I could in Vegas, I could commit a homicide. I could commit a homicide on you,
bro." What about when we went to Fort Hood with the UFC? That was a fucking blast, bro.
It was.
That was 2011.
That's the first time we really hung out.
That was 2011. Yeah, 2011.
That was 2011.
2011 because I just fought Gray. I remember because my ankle was all fucked up because in that fight I rolled my ankle. So I just fought Gray the second time.
It was myself, you, me, Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, Jim Miller, and my buddy Marky Lee was there.
Yeah. We had a good time.
I think Dominic Cruz was there.
Dominic Cruz was there.
Anthony Pettis was there.
Yeah, because we went on like a horseback thing.
Yeah.
And we had something where they put me in a riot gear. Me and Jim Miller.
That was great.
Me and Jim Miller.
Right? Yeah.
Just us two.
Just you two, yeah. I couldn't do it because
how many guys were on us? There was a bunch of guys.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Jim went in. I'm gonna tell you. I remember this because they sent Jim in. Jim goes in.
Well, they put us in. First of all, they put us
like you were in like riot gear.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But like almost like riot gear.
Yeah,
right.
Riot gear because you had the helmet on, the mask.
And they go in, and the soldiers have to like take him down. Like Jim fucking goes out there, fucking foot sweeps one dude, gets another dude, bro, and then eventually gets taken down. Eventually, Matt Serra goes in, bro, fucking throwing this guy. There's like 10 dudes on him. They cannot get him off his feet. They couldn't, right, at all. It was fucking great. I remember I was dying.
No, that was
dying
crazy.
laughing.
But you couldn't breathe in that thing. That really was. I wanted to rip that fucking helmet off. But that was a, an interesting experience. That was fun. And then Dana kept promising, we're gonna, you guys are in for a treat. So I'm like, oh wow,
I do remember that. Yeah.
Who is it? Fucking, I don't know why I was gonna say Limp Bizkit. I don't know what year. That's how showing my age.
Limp Bizkit.
It was. I'm like, must be somebody. Kid Rock. Who could this be?
Yeah.
Where are we? Who could it be? Dude, who was it?
Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens. That's what the name we gave him.
I've never even heard of it.
That's the name fucking Matt gave him.
Slim Pickens. I forgot. Was that his real name?
I don't know.
It was some country guy with puppets.
Oh my God.
And he's talking to puppets and he's singing. I'm texting Dana. You were sitting with me. I go, the big surprise is a goddamn Muppet show? I go, when's Kermit coming out? Are you serious?
He was fucking with you, obviously.
This guy, and he's laughing. He was dying. No, listen, Dana has a good sense of humor. He was dying.
Oh, yeah.
I go, this has to be a joke. I go, is it? A fucking puppet show. Dude, that was horrible.
Why would military guys want to even watch that?
I guess that guy was big. We should find out his real name because the guy was a big deal, but I don't know.
No. Slim Pickens was the guy that sang before the Muppet guy. Muppet guy.
Hey, man.
Hey, look at the profound effect it had on you guys, though. You'll always remember it.
It was silly.
Yeah.
But we had a good time regardless.
That was a really good time.
You fought on a base once, didn't you?
No, I was supposed to. I never ended up.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever fight on the base?
Oh, no, man. No,
they don't do that no more. They haven't done that in a long time.
They haven't done that. I don't think they did that in a bit. But I just thought I had always had good luck in Vegas.
Vegas, I love Vegas.
I always lost back home. So when you go, the first one I went to, I go, all right. Where was it the back fist? Was it fucking Dean Thomas? Who was it? Anywhere on the East Coast, I ended up losing. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
I always lost on the East Coast. Some of them were like the BJ Penn fight could have went either way.
Right.
The Dean Thomas one was a little controversial. So it's not like I'm getting my ass kicked. But I did get back fists. And I'd always lose on the East Coast. I don't know what it was, but love Vegas.
Vegas is great.
The only one I lost was Matt Hughes, and I don't even feel like I lost.
Nah, hell no.
Me and you were in the same locker room. You fought Sean Shirk.
Shirk, yeah.
Great fight. Great fight.
Great locker room.
That was fun. That whole week was fun. I remember that. Yeah.
And because I remember Ricardo being in the locker room, and that was a good time. Man.
How about the crowd in Florida last weekend? Crazy,
Yeah.
full capacity.
That you know what? You didn't realize how much you missed it. If you felt it, you felt it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It felt bigger. It felt like you were a part of something.
And dude, I mean, they fucking everybody showed the fuck up too.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a great card.
How's Weidman? We got to talk about Weidman, man. I mean,
I know pretty much as you guys. It's just it's very new. It just happened, and I just feel horrible, man. And first of all, for that to happen to anybody is really just but for somebody like to be in that much, for that to happen to the pain they must be in. It has to be.
That's the thing. I would have how quickly can they get him drugged?
Like the way that has to feel.
Like,
I mean, how quickly could they drug him up?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, how quickly can they get fucking drugged in him?
He goes out of there with his thumb up though too. It's so
dude,
crazy,
It was brutal. So I feel bad. I know his family, his kids, as you know, and his wife, and I just speedy recovery. I'm happy that the worst is over as far as
I seen like his Instagram.
He's been posting.
Seems like he's in good spirits, for the most he could be.
The worst.
I seen Dana talking about it, saying like, this is, believe it or not, this looks gruesome, but it's a bone will heal.
It will, and
but I did see Chris. Chris said something about it went through the skin. The bone went through his skin. It's like that's what they're worried about, fucking infection with that.
It's brutal. So
the craziest thing was if you watch it in slow motion,
he puts it down.
But he's like but like when he kicks and he doesn't notice it until he goes to put it down.
Exactly.
Then you see his face. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't.
And I remember when he kicked it. I was looking at my buddy. I was thinking like, damn, that's that's a fucking hard kick. And holy shit, you don't see in real time. He couldn't really register either.
First of all, I seen him kick people's legs out.
He kicks hard.
Longo did tell me that backstage, had a hard time holding the pads for him. He's like, "Yo, Wonder Boy, you gotta take I can't." He was kicking that hard, so he put into this kick he put everything into it. Listen, that was a fear of mine back when I'd watch some in kickboxing matches, and I'd look at that. I go, "Oh my god!" I you not want to throw that kick.
It was that dude. Who's that fighter?
The skinny,
he was like 6'6", fucking 55
Corey
Hill.
Corey Hill.
Remember him? He was the first guy.
He did die. He did die. Yep.
That's sad. From some kind of infection or something.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Not from that though.
No. Years later. He lied to get in the house. He said he had like 4 pro fights. He had none.
Wow.
He was good though. He was a good fighter. Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's weird as you get older. People go and no.
Oh yeah.
Right. You see people like kids from childhood, everything else. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sure you deal with the whole opium problem. I mean, around here, I know it's way too many people that fucking die, dude. Way too many. It's crazy.
Yeah, anything more than weed is just the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what were you saying there, Roger?
I was just going to say that's so infrequent, leg breaks. I mean, Corey Hill was the first one I ever saw, when I can remember up until Anderson. And what are the odds that it's the same guy?
We're in a simulation, bro. That's what it is. They're fucking with us at this point. They're like, yo, let's fuck with these guys.
If you were betting Vegas odds on that Anderson Silva got his leg broke by Chris, and then
but then Uriah Hall just fought Anderson Silva and pretty much retired him from the UFC at least.
Right.
And you know what I mean? That's
we're
like a
in
triangle
simulation,
there.
bro. We're in a simulation.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But I like that the worst is over.
Yeah, he's
as far as that goes.
Bounced back.
Yep.
What do you think? You think
the one thing with that though? I'm sorry. The one thing with that is, that's what sucks is that, he didn't get the fight, and he was in such good shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They said it was the first fight in history where a punch was not thrown and the fight was ended.
I don't know though. I think it was like if someone won without a punch throwing a strike. Yeah, there had to be someone take someone down and just submit them or something without throwing a strike. Never.
No, I heard this is the first time. Wow. I guess this is the first time ever. I mean, think about it. The first thing ever thrown.
Yeah.
But I just feel bad because he was. I felt it was a good fight for him because I feel the level on the floor was a big difference. I love Uriah. I think he's a great guy. I just think that if it hit the floor, I feel Wyman could have got a submission. Really, I really do. He's very good on the floor, very good. So so it is what it is. You got to just move on. What do you do when things happen? You just got to move on. You can't dwell on them too much. But I just feel bad. My buddy had to go through that.
Yeah,
it's a rough thing. It's a brutal game, man. The game.
I woke up. My wife texting like, "What the hell happened?"
I'm happy I wasn't in the. He asked me to be in the corner too, but I'm taking a break from that right now.
Yeah,
but it was.
They do the slow mo and they play it back, and you're watching his face because it's all slowed down, and he throws the kick. You can clearly see the break, but he doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
His face, Reed, he's deadlocked on Uriah.
Yeah.
He's all about the fight, and then he plants it, and then it's like he realizes.
Everything's
like,
so hyper focused in there.
Yeah.
Everything's so everything's almost like 3D. Everything's so.
That's so wild, man. I don't know. Well, you think he'll fight again?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he'll heal up, and Anderson Silva did fight.
Yeah,
again,
right.
Throwing kicks again and everything.
Right.
Else.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's got to take some.
We've seen it at its worst, and he's also got such a wrestling base that he's gonna have to kick again if he doesn't want it.
If he don't want it,
do a front kick, motherfucker. Stomp kick. We got some different things. You know what I mean? Fucking question mark kick, whatever. We can do some shit.
Speaking of that kick Rose had, holy shit! What a perfectly timed kick that was.
So well timed.
Did you see her though?
Cool.
She showed it. Yeah. She lifted it, and then boom, right back up to it.
And honestly, I did not think she'd put her away that easy. She's so tough. Zhang, or however you pronounce it. She's so tough, but
Wiley
put her away.
I thought that it was, you're expecting a war, and for her just to time that kick where it landed right on the chin. It was very emotional.
They say she hits hard.
She's a very sweet girl.
Rose,
very nice. And I like how she's in the corner and you see her going, I'm the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best. It was very it was very like goosebumpy.
Hell yeah.
She doesn't normally talk like that either. How about when she was doing
Honestly,
the stare down?
But that's just like good for people to see, like self-affirmation. You need to fucking believe in yourself if you want to do something.
Yeah. Oh no, that's 100% what that was. And I'll tell you, whatever she's doing, it works because she's channeled in.
Yeah. How about when she did the stare down with Ioana, who's probably got the best stare down in the game,
and she's
saying the Lord's Prayer. Yeah. How crazy was that?
Oh, that's funny.
Calm as a fucking cucumber, just looking her right in the eye, reciting the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, Joanna's a badass too.
Yeah, she is.
Listen, hey, I enjoy when there's a fucking a fight on every weekend. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a fight on a Saturday, dude, I'm like,
you got nothing. You don't have to go. Yeah, you're good. You're set.
I mean, I get my training in the morning, get a little nap in right before I wake up.
We're the same age, bro, so I get those naps.
I do it. I'm a napper.
Yeah, dude, that's good for you. Naps are good for you.
I mean, there's times, a few times a week, like at least a couple times a week, I teach my 7 a.m. class. Only because why not? What the fuck am I going to do all day? I do that because it's like my retirement. So I do that. I come home, take a nap, talk to Jimmy, do my little show, go back to the school later, take the kids to dance in the meantime. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very lucky. I got like 3 jobs between the show I do with Dana White and Dean Thomas, the podcast, and my academy. It's all fun shit, man. It's all shit I'd be doing anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I'm a lucky dude. I don't need anything fucking else. There's stuff thrown my way. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. You know what I mean?
No, that's what.
I don't need more of me. Trust me. Fucking, you know what I mean? I can only take so much and see my fucking self. You know.
But you'd be good in movies, though.
You would be.
Yeah,
on TV.
If I played a Italian guy that likes
man.
pizza, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be anybody. I can't see me being in anything else.
How do they pitch that to you, doing that reality show? I mean, somebody obviously pitched you a show, and were you all in from the beginning?
The thing with the Dana White looking for a fight?
Looking for a fight, yeah.
What's funny about that is
Dana hit him up, right?
Dana hit me up, and he's like, look, we're doing this thing where it was Dana or Craig Bassari, the VP.
Producer.
So there was like, look, they're doing a show, and each episode of this show of Dana, he's gonna be looking for talent, and while he's in that town, they're gonna be doing something that town's known for, or a restaurant that's known there, and doing like an activity, and then they're gonna go to a fight, look for upcoming talent. And each one of these shows, it's gonna be Dana, his crew, whoever he's with, and he's gonna bring a new fighter each time. So for the pilot episode, he wanted to bring me. All right, I'll do it for some. He gave me some cash and stuff. Like, all right, cool, I'll do it. So I went, and I had a good time. And during it, what's funny is during the end of it, there's a part where we went to some fights, and we went with Evander Holyfield. Now, before we went out with Evander Holyfield, they go, look, Matt, and Dana. They go to both of us because Dana curses too. They go, look, he's he's really religious. And
What, Evander?
Evander Holyfield. They
Really?
go, please don't like use like bad language in front of him and this and that. I'm like, oh no, come on, man. I'm not I'm not trash. I'm fucking of course respectful.
Tighten it up.
It's Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Shit. So what happened was during the fight, this weaselly ring announcer.
I saw that.
He was like, one of these guys was fighting, and I was trying to help the guy out because the guy was training with a friend of mine at the time, and the guy was. It's almost like if Bruce Buffer's going, yeah, fuck him. It's like the guy was being like, it's like, hey man, you're being a little unprofessional, and the guy started getting mouthy. So I'm like, hey, motherfucker. Like, I started getting right away, the motherfucker started coming out. Like, hey, dude, don't fucking talk to me like that. And then Evander Holyfield's there the whole time. So it's funny, man. So
sometimes you just can't control the beast.
Went to the producer. This is this guy, Rory. He's a little guy. He's got like, not a lisp, but he's got a funny voice. He's funny. So I go to him after. I go to this guy, Rory. I go, hey, Rory, man. I'm sorry about the cursing and stuff like that, in front of Evander. I know you told me you didn't like that, and I'm sorry, man. He goes, Matt, are you kidding me? That was TV gold. I go, wow. I go, what? Really? He goes, that was great. I go, what was great? What part?
That's the best thing for
so
reality
next thing
TV,
you know,
man.
they wanted me back every episode.
That's great.
And I got several more fucking things. Well, listen, man, there's a lot of idiots out there.
There is.
But
now Mickey Gall, did he come off? Fun. He come off season 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Season 1, right?
Yeah. I think we did a lot of fucking seasons.
Yeah, we had him on the show. Good, solid dude, man. Solid dude.
Good guy.
Yeah, really good guy.
He's very smart the way he got on the show.
Yeah.
Beat up some guy. He goes, hey, good on the mic.
Yeah.
Had a good following.
Yeah.
Dana's got a good eye for that shit. He knew right away. He goes, I like this kid.
Yeah. But he backed it up, man. He's been successful in there. There's a lot of guys that talk shit and don't back it up, but
he's a tough. Hey, listen, that kid's
he's good.
The kid's a fighter.
Yeah. I think he just I just saw it today. I think he posted he's got a fight in July. I think. I don't know. Is that who it is?
No, I don't know.
No.
So funny, man.
I didn't see it.
His jiu-jitsu coach, David Adiv.
Yeah.
The first time I was ever on a jiu-jitsu mat, anytime I learned jiu-jitsu at all, my first experience was in 1992 in Waterbury, Connecticut, at a Jeet Kune Do. This guy, Ron Kalowski, he's a Jeet Kune Do guy, and he had it at like a gymnasium of an elementary school, whatever it is. And David Adiv was there as a young David Adiv. He's around my age, but I know he's got the beard now and everything. But back then, I mean, shit, this was 1992, right before the first UFC, and it was when the Horion and Royce Gracie.
Yeah.
And so I was partnered up with David, and that's how I met David. So it's funny. So I'm happy for his success. So he's still involved, and he has a school, and it's nice having somebody that was like, I think he was on there before. He knew them before because he was on the Hoyler and something like that. But I don't know. It's just a small world. So he's Mickey Gall's jiu-jitsu instructor. So it's funny seeing how that's a.
I think a lot of because of Renzo decided to come to fucking this side of the country is the reason there's a lot of great jiu-jitsu on the East Coast,
Oh, I mean, that's the main reason I feel.
Yeah.
The only other school back then was first it was Craig Kukuk, who I was training with, and he was Renzo's American business partner. And then a couple of years after that, so that was probably 94. And then Renzo came over at 96. So I was a blue belt under Craig already. They were partnered up together until they had a kind of a falling out. And then I stayed with Renzo. Everybody kind of stayed with Renzo. And that guy fucking went to Guam or somewhere. I don't know. But, he was a big German guy. Yeah. Very good basics. He learned under Horion and Royce and got his black belt under Hoyler and Leo in Brazil. He was legit. Mm-hmm. He had very good basics. I still teach a lot of the fundamentals I learned from the guy. He was very good. Right. And I'm a fundamentals guy. Mm-hmm. I love fundamentals. Mm-hmm. I love that. But he had that Torrance Gracie like jiu-jitsu, like that kind of self-defense and solid foundation.
Yeah.
But then when Renzo came over, he just Renzo's an amazing teacher, and he's more cutting edge, and he's constantly rolling, and they were constantly coming up with new things, and it was like a hotbed for it, And then again, and that's when when they were together is when Ricardo Almeida also came over when he was like 21 years old.
Right.
And he was my main training partner.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
one of my main training partners.
Yeah.
Oh, the battles I had with Ricardo were just ones I just remember to this day.
Yeah.
Such a great guy, Ricardo Almeida.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I said before, like when I remember when you guys were training with him, and I knew you guys I knew Chris because his battles with Drago, and I knew you from the local circuit, and I remember him being like, Matt, these guys are good guys. These guys are loyal guys. I'm telling you, because we were out of some kind of a ceremony, and you guys got some kind of either your blue belt or I don't know. It was something ages ago. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, I do.
But I was there. I stopped at the event because I was coming back from fights.
Yeah.
And I went to the event, and you guys were getting your belts.
Purple belt. These are purple belts. Yeah.
And you guys stayed with Ricardo to this day?
Absolutely.
How often you seeing Ricardo now?
Yeah, twice a week still.
Oh, yeah, he's still rolling over there?
Yeah.
Putting the gi on it all?
I haven't put the gi on.
Come on, man.
You know, I'll be honest.
Why it's a jacket? It's a fucking
Ricardo said after you're done fighting, you can put the gi on. So he said to me.
But I mean, I just want to know, like, why is it
honestly, you
annoying?
want to know this? No,
I'm not a word.
No,
you think I'm doing a Berimbolo?
No,
I don't give a fuck. It's got friction.
No.
I like getting in the back and strangling people.
Yeah, no, it's cool. No, my thing is this:
break the grips if they annoy you.
There's so many things I gotta do. Like I feel like it's just.
Oh, well, you know what it is. You're still. Yeah. Wait. First of all,
I should do it in between fights.
What am I
That's what I
talking
should
about?
do.
You are still fighting.
Yeah.
When
I'm done fighting, I'll definitely get back into the gi.
It's fun. It's good for a
I feel like, and you could do it for. I feel like the gi you could do for a very long time.
I do the gi. I rolled no gi yesterday, but today actually. But I do. I usually do more gi than I do no gi. But only because it slows shit down.
Slow shit, right? Exactly.
Takes away a lot of the leg locks.
Athleticism, right? Yeah.
But oh yeah, man. And I'm still getting this. I'm still getting the same goal. I'm still trying to pass the guard, submit. If not, I'm looking to improve my position to mount. And I'm setting up for
systematically breaking it down.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times
same.
People get different goals now. It's different. That everything was for the fight back in the day. Even the tournaments were still for the best points is for the best position in a fight, which is mount to the back.
Right.
The problem eventually happened with those kind of
turned into a sport.
Yeah, people get a little bit of points and then they start just playing the system.
Clamming, yeah.
But the mentality should be that. It should be
aggressive, trying to finish.
I have my guys would follow like the same mentality I had for the Worlds, the Pan Ams, MMA, whatever, no-gi tournaments, Abu Dhabi, is, I'm on top, I'm staying on top. I'm improving my position until I finish you. If I'm on bottom, I'm either submitting or I'm getting on top, I'm getting up and putting you down. I'm staying on top. So it's 2 points for a takedown. I'm in the guard. Do I want to stay in the guard? I'd rather pass and get 3 points for a better position. What's the best position in a fight? The mount, 4 points, or the back with both hooks. When you get used to that mentality, you know what I mean? And you don't want to give up any points. Where you're on top, then you're on bottom, then you're on top again. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, jiu-jitsu really was created for street fighting, defense in the street fight, not for fucking making points and shit.
The point system I just said is the one that they originally came up with for the jiu-jitsu.
Because obviously the hierarchy, because those positions matter most in a fight.
But now people don't give a fuck about being mounted because they're not getting hit, and they make a little bit of space. Their knee comes in, they're on that fucking leg, and everybody's so good on the leg where they'll let themselves get mounted, they get out. But they don't get out, and if there's a punch involved, everything's different.
Right.
And now you didn't develop those skills.
Like you think these guys that are really good to legs can transition MMA that way?
It depends on the
some
person.
Can, right? Yeah.
I mean, you look at guys that could pull it off. Gary Tonin, he pulls it off in class. He pulls it off in his matches.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall, I love watching Ryan Hall. Nobody likes watching the guy fight. I enjoy it. I fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking.
He is really good, man.
And he's committing to his kicks. Yeah. He got BJ Penn in a fucking heel hook. I don't give a fuck.
I competed against him twice back in the day in Nagas. Like when
you
I
did?
first.
No shit.
Yeah, before I was in UFC.
Ryan Hall?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Before I knew. And I remember he fucking guillotined me, armbarred me, or not, triangle arm. This is when he was really good at triangle back then. He triangle armbarred me to one time. And then I'm going again. I'm like, I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to play. I'm not going to shoot. Fucking whistle blows. Boom, I fucking shoot a double. And boom, he's about to go. Fuck. And I didn't do jiu-jitsu. This is before Ricardo.
Oh, that's
This is before Ricardo. So
different person.
He's going to go triangle, and I kind of like, and I didn't rampage him. I just I shook him off me. And boom, he goes hands up. I got disqualified. I'm like, dude, I didn't know it was like that.
Sometimes they'll play the system with that.
I would have fucking put him through the mat if I knew that.
It's
right. I'm getting disqualified anyway.
Fuck it. I was like,
it's his look. he's deceptively good, on the ground and percentage, but he just doesn't look like a tough guy. So
but he also improved because his first fight ever, I cornered Eddie Fivey.
Yeah, Eddie.
And who's Ricardo Almeida, black belt, and Eddie is a good black belt.
Yeah.
Eddie positionally took away his sweeps and was beating him up, and Eddie won the fight handily, But not that I'm not. I mean, Ryan Hall did get better.
A lot
since
better.
then.
Yeah.
He's got so. I like that because he was submission wise. He was very dangerous. He was going inverted. He was trying things. But he wasn't used to the striking. So now he closed that gap better now.
Yeah, right.
So
does
But
he
attacks
have
so
like
violently, kind of takes the
condition?
striking away.
yeah.
He's always blinking. Does he have some
Yeah,
condition?
he might have a condition or something. Very nice guy. He'd been to my school before, that in passing, He's a very nice guy, very, smart guy.
Yeah. He was a Lloyd Irving guy back in the day, right?
Yeah, for sure. I remember Lloyd from the local circuit, man. Lloyd was a good competitor.
I see. He just cornered someone recently.
He did. He was in the he was in Brazil when I was in Brazil in 1999. Fucking last millennium.
What? For ADCC?
Not ADC. No, he was there for the Worlds.
Oh, the Worlds.
Yeah, in Brazil. Yeah. So that's why I knew him over there because we were both like one of the few Americans that were literally few, maybe only two. No, it was not a lot at all back then.
All right. No.
Nah, it was cool, man. That was such an experience.
Had to be.
I was 23. At that time I was 20. Well, my first time in Brazil, I was 23. I was the only American on the mat, and Gracie Baja. It's all a bunch of Brazilians.
Cool. Were they gunning for you?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It's funny. I remember
Fucking
the guys.
Gringo.
And you know what's funny about that is that, I remember the guys that weren't cool. And when they, listen, it was all rolling. It wasn't like you took any classes. There was some classes I took at I went to this other guy, Gordo. Gordo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gordo's
Created the half guard,
yes.
right? Yeah.
He had a little, side school behind my friend's complex where I was staying. So I went to his academy a few times, and they did some classes, and it was more technique and then training. But at Gracie Baja, where it was, the headquarters, anytime I'd get there, we'd get there, and it would just be Carlos Gracie Jr. would come and sit on his lounge, plastic fucking lawn chair, and kind of point who to who. And everybody would get on their knees, and it was just fucking matches all throughout the whole time. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Whether it's from feet, but usually on our knees. And then when it's tournaments, we did some from the feet. So it was just I was the only American on the fucking mat. So it was cool, man.
That's wild.
And I was the only guys that were getting me with the black belts who were dominating me, But I was and I was a purple belt at the time. And they didn't like it. They didn't want to fucking lose at the time. And I remember the guys that were cool to me back then, and the guys that there wasn't a line crossed because I was still I was still a guy that wasn't going to get disrespected, but they all respected Henzo so much. Henzo was like royalty over there. Yeah. Henzo was their guy. He still is.
Yeah.
But even back then, they knew. All right, listen, he's Henzo's soldier.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everybody knew I was Henzo's guy. So there was that respect there. That reminds me of a funny story really quick. I was the first time I was going to go to Brazil. Do you ever meet Ryan, Gracie?
I never did, no.
Ryan was a wild man.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Wild man. And he had problems with this guy Macaco back in the day, street fights. You ever hear of Macaco?
I think I have heard this story, maybe.
Jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah, they used to have street fights. Anytime they seen each other, it was fighting in the streets
down, right?
and this and that. So I remember at one time we were training. I got done training with Ryan. And, it's basically just, you don't want him to ever get anything because you don't know if he'd let it go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of surviving, just a lot of defending until he's like, okay, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
He's like, okay. I'm like, fuck it, all right. We got out of it. We got out. You know what I mean? So we got a good workout in. So I used to work out with Ryan a lot when he was in town. And Ryan was a guy that was a little scary where, guys were a little on edge with him. But he knew I was very loyal to Henzo, and he loved Henzo.
Yeah.
So he was always good to me. He was always good to me. He even stayed in my apartment when I lived with Rodrigo Gracie. But I remember after training with him, he was going to Renzo, and he had a deep voice, and he's going to Renzo in Portuguese, like, your match, about him. And then he's like, Renzo's like, Renzo's like, looked like he was getting annoyed, like, and he's kind of telling him, no. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on over there? So I find out from my friend who was with me, who's, was obviously Brazilian and speaks Portuguese. He goes, yo, man, he wanted for you guys, for him to fight Macaco, and for you to fight his partner, his business partner, in like a closed door. Like they'll set it up when I'm out there. I go, what the fuck? Dude, my first time there. Can I relax and have a coconut, motherfucker? I didn't know what the fuck. I go, oh, what am I signing up for? And Renzo talked him, no, man, leave him alone. Fuck, but he respected me. Hey, that's an honor, though.
Yeah,
he respected me enough to want to
hang out with you.
To back him up in a fucking dojo fight to the death. Fucking funny shit. I don't know how the hell that came up, but that's some funny shit. Though, he was an intense individual.
He was. That's right.
Holy fuck, man. What an honor, though.
And his son is crushing it right now. He's gonna be a big boy too.
Yeah. It makes me very happy that Heron.
Yeah.
God, I hope I pronounced his name right.
Yeah,
There's so many of them.
Yeah, I know.
Crazies. But he's such a good kid, and I'm so happy that he's such a good kid. I mean, he's a good kid. He seems like a really good kid.
Yeah.
So it's I'm happy to see him have, it really makes me happy because I knew his father very well. So,
right.
It's like, wow. It's like, dude, this is something you really did. That's something he produced that's really good for, that kid he's doing the right thing, that kid.
Right.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
And he looks like a beast.
He does, man. He's winning. I see him winning a bunch of stuff. I think he's a pro belt right now.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's crushing it, yeah.
Yeah, tough kid, big kid, too.
Who's the best in the game right now in BJJ? Gordon?
Oh, I would say so. Especially without the gi. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He just went through some shit with, he's got some intestinal shit going on. He had
oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what his diagnosis was, some great big long word, but he's been battling it for a while. Actually, his last fight he just had, he was looking a little lean. He lost a lot of weight.
It's amazing how he could just, he calls how he's going to do it.
He does too, bro.
That's crazy.
The confidence that kid has is insane.
He's so good. He makes the best in the game.
Look
like nearly on his level. Right. So, props to him. He's a nice kid.
You don't see that in sports, period. Really, where someone's
he backs
head
up
and shoulders above someone
everything
else.
he says. Yeah, he's been calling out Dylan Dennis a lot lately.
No, I don't think he gives a fuck about.
I don't either.
I think he just wants to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think it is. But
I think that kid's got the world by the nuts, and I'm really, really happy for John Danaher. The fact that he's living on a beach now.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen his whole evolution.
Right.
I was there when he came into the academy.
He was a
know what I mean?
Monster, wasn't he?
He was. What was
a meathead, right?
I think he was 240 plus. Maybe he's probably bigger. I'm probably downplaying it, but he's a big New Zealand guy. You know what I mean? He wears nothing but.
It's all he wears. That's all he wears everywhere he goes. Yeah.
I told you his wedding.
My wedding.
His wedding. He went to rash guard. I tell everybody. And when I went, I was at the ESPYs, and me and GSP nominated for ESPY, and he's on the fucking red carpet with a fucking rash guard.
Everywhere that guy goes, he's got a rash guard on.
He's got a very unique look on the world. He's a very unique individual. And he used to wear nothing but a Giants jersey, and he had hair down to his shoulders.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I remember being cross-eyed on him and him launching me from side to side. But he was a genius.
He went to Columbia philosophy, right?
Yeah, he
taught philosophy major in Columbia.
Really? Yeah, he was teaching philosophy at Columbia, and yet he was a bouncer at the Crane Club for forever. I mean, since he's gotten there, so he's like one of the head bouncers there. So. He was a unique guy, and I remember just going to Burritoville with him after class and just talking, and he didn't even own a television, he didn't. He was
I heard. Does he eat the same thing every day?
Oh, I don't
That's what I heard.
Well, he was eating burritos one day. So.
Yeah,
was he?
He said he went to.
Oh, we used to go to. There was a place called Burritoville. It was so good. It was so good. We used to kill that place. But oh man, listen, he's just he's such a genius that it doesn't surprise me. I think if he put his mind to anything, he'd be a success in any field. So the fact that he puts his genius mind to the art of taking limbs off is just a plus for everybody. You know what I mean? It elevated the game, and it's funny because he said he was kind of inspired or it ignited something when he had a talk with, Dean Lister.
Yeah.
When Dean Lister told him, because Dean Lister,
He was.
I'm bringing it up only because
legs.
in like 2 weeks he's doing a seminar at my place.
Oh,
Dean
Dean,
Lister. Yeah. But Dean was staying at I met Dean in the 2000 Pro-Ams that I competed in. And it was a no-gi tournament in North Carolina. And I don't know how we became friends, but we started talking over there. And he goes, look, man, I want to come to the city and this and that. I go, all right, man, you can stay with me. So he stayed on my couch. He came out. He stayed there. I take him over to Longo's to train. He was training for King of the Cage, and I forgot what I was training for. I think a local fight. And it was before I was in the UFC. And he came to the city, and he was fucking leg locking everybody, And that's when he had the conversation with John, like, oh, why would you ignore like 50% of the human body? Right. And then John's fucking
light bulb went off, right?
Mind, evil genius mind was like, what? Let's take some legs. So he would just study and
it's
he took it to the next level.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It
man.
really is.
It is crazy how things work like that, man. Go ahead, man. You don't have to cut that out when I gulp that shit.
So he's living the good life now. Down
he
in
never
PR.
cuts. He always cuts Roger out. I'll be fine.
I don't think we've actually cut much out of the show at all, really. Jamie, that's it.
How long you guys been doing this show?
Over a year.
Over a year now. A year and a few months. Yeah, we got this is 75 episodes, something like that.
Yeah, it's going well. Or no?
I mean, we're doing it. We're fucking consistent.
It's our bro session, man. We get away from the kids, get away from the.
You got it. That's
come
how you
down here and
keep
bro
it,
out.
in your man cave. Yeah.
We've always kept it simple. We've always had that mindset. Like, this is something that we get to do. We like to do. We have some interesting guests on. We get to meet a lot of people. It's fun to do. We don't have illusions of grandeur, like we're going to be the next Joe Rogans or nothing like that. We just have fun with it.
We've never done a Zoom either. We only do guests for the most part. But we're going to incorporate that soon. I think that enables us to have a lot more people.
If you do the Zoom, you say?
Yeah.
Get a lot.
But I love this. This is so much better.
This is better.
This is real.
That's how I enjoyed when we did it, like in the city.
Right.
When we'd have people in.
Right. Yeah.
I do like that I could just go up in my room and shut the door and pull up the green screen and do it with Jimmy through that. That is cool. But there's something about being in studio and hanging out. And then know what the recipe is I always kept with everything, at least I've kind of had success with, is that if we're genuinely having a good time, usually the audience is too. Like whether it's me and Jimmy talking or me and Dean hanging out and Dana, and if we're having a good time, what is the best part about Step Brothers? The best part about that movie is the outtakes, because you see them fucking dying.
Having fun.
So it's like, if we're listen, I'm gonna do that show with Dean Thomas and Dana, and we're doing it in Texas. And dude, I'm getting paid to hang out with my buddies, man. We have a fucking good time. Dean Thomas is a character. Oh, we have fun, man. So it's like, so they have us do. I don't even know what they have us do. What they can have us do, but it's a fucking good time.
Do you know? You know beforehand?
No, not you. Sometimes I'll ask. I'll say, what do you guys have in mind, type of thing. But sometimes it's like we find out when we're there. Like, we didn't plan on doing that rock climbing thing, and I ended up doing that. I made some 5Gs off it. Dana's like, yo, beat him to the top up there. Get up there. I'm like, yo, what, 5Gs? I'm doing that. Like a spider monkey I climbed up there. But we did some, dude. I'll tell you another thing with that show. I've done definitely the most bucket list shit that I never would have done the stuff I did that I've done on that show, and I get paid for it. Get some fucking views. It does get views, but I mean, you think about the stuff I did, from trapeze shit to riding a goddamn bull to stand-up comedy to fucking doing a mosh pit thing where I jumped in the crowd with the fucking heavy metal shit. I don't know what the fuck that was.
That shit you would have never done, right? All that shit
crazy.
you would have never done.
I'm not doing that shit.
Was that
dog
sledding?
That's great.
The stand-up thing you did, was that on the fly? You had no time to write material, or?
You know what, man? It's so funny. Dana, he fucking threw a curveball at us. And his thing is where it's like, the Tooth was supposed to be on that show. And he left us hanging like 3 days before we had to leave for it. So like, why I'm saying that is because Dana set us up to be on, he goes, I found out through like Instagram or Twitter or whatever it was, that look, the check out the comedy of the UFC, myself, Dana, and it was the Tooth.
So you're like, I better start writing some
So
shit
I'm
down.
like,
Yeah.
I go, wait, what do you mean? I thought we were doing like an open mic somewhere. Like I thought we were doing like a Starbucks. We're go to an actual comedy club. Like what the fuck are you? So, but Dana's idea, and I found that out last second. And Dana's idea behind it was like, dude, I knew you'd kill it. Dana had somebody write for him that we didn't find out till later. We didn't know. Dana goes, we're all just gonna. But he found he let us in on it later. But he had Tony Clifton.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Hinchcliffe.
yeah.
Fucking Tony Hinchcliffe is Joe Rogan's buddy.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Very
Yeah,
nice guy.
yeah.
He had him write for him. So he had his shit covered. He said he knew I'd be okay because he said I'm smart, I'm quick with it. But hey, man, fuck.
That's tough.
But he
bro.
thought that
Stand-up
Tooth
comedy
would
is
fucking.
rough.
He thought Tooth would just fucking get killed, But then Tooth ended up not doing it because he fell out with it, and then we ended up getting Dean. I got we talked to Dean Thomas, got him aboard. He's been with us ever since. So we had to go to the Laugh Factory, I think it was, and it was
Laugh Factory. Wait, in
it was in L.A.
Oh, LA. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a legendary place, yeah. It's a lot of pressure on that.
Wow, dude, that's nuts.
That's
I
big.
had one bit and I used it, and I had it was my Adrian bit, but about Rocky. But I had one bit ever, and I used that, and it went great. It went really. Listen to me. It did go. It went well. Listen, the crowd was really. They were a UFC crowd, so they give me they were respectful.
Yeah.
But it was something. I was so. I don't know. Brian Kalin was there. You know Brian Kalin.
Yeah.
So he brought me up. Oh, Adam Hunter maybe brought me up, but Brian maybe brought me up, but Adam was involved. But he was the guy who was doing it. But afterwards, I remember hugging Brian Kalin, like, dude, I felt like it was the most, besides the bowl was scary in a different sense where almost like a fight where you're about to encounter violence.
Yeah.
You know we're not getting out of this unscathed. You know you're ready to get touched. I know I'm not getting off that bull lightly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was that kind of adrenaline before they opened up the gate on it because that's kind of crazy.
Fuck.
But this was a different kind of the stand-up comedy thing had a being in front of the crowd and
It's like
doing well.
like being in school.
It felt great.
Talking.
It
felt great.
No. It felt like winning a fight. Like when it went well.
When it went well.
I remember hugging Brian
Right.
Kalin, being like, "Dude, I don't know. It felt like.
Would you ever think is there a future in it? Would you ever pursue that?
Oh no! I'd never do it again.
No,
I only had one bit, and it was great.
That's
it worked out great.
because it went well. Can you imagine if it went the other way? That's got to be the most empty, loneliest feeling ever up there.
Well, when you die up there, they say it's like, it's gotta be the worst feeling ever. I believe it. Thank goodness it went well. Dean Thomas went well. Dana did well.
What Rogan says when you bomb on stage, he said, it's like sucking 1,000 dicks in front of your mother.
Yeah. Oh no, it's got to feel horrible. It has to be. But they were good to me. I remember I saw Higgin Machado there. He goes, "I'm here to see Maseha do the comedy." Like, oh shit, Higgin Machado. So yeah, man, that was a great feeling, man. So I'm lucky I get to have a good time on that show, man, and fucking get paid for it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
cool.
what I mean?
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's a good time, dude.
Hell yeah.
So between that and fucking and hanging out with Jimmy Norton.
How did that partnership happen? You guys are such polar opposites.
I love Jimmy.
He's great, man.
Jimmy became such a good friend of mine. It's funny because I met Jimmy when I did the old Opie and Anthony show.
Okay, yeah.
And I was in studio promoting my fights and whatever it was, Matt Hughes, whoever it was. And I remember Jimmy, we took a picture after, and I think
we were there together, maybe. We might have been there together.
We might have been there together. That's funny. And they were nice guys. And I got along well with Jimmy. I mean, he was a nice guy. I didn't know him that well, just hello and goodbye. And I didn't really listen to the show. I remember that. I listen to it now. I listen to old bits. Now I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It is.
But, so I wasn't like, I don't really get starstruck, but, but Jimmy was a nice guy. And then I see him in Vegas, and he was always like nice, always smiling. And so then when I remember we were doing an episode of Looking for a Fight, and I was camping. We were camping. Actually, dude, who could say me and Dana shared a tent. We slept, we camped. And Dana's like, yo, camping to him is like staying at like the Hilton or something. 3 stars, not 5. Or, like he goes, yo, he's like, yo, get me like 5 pillows. And then I'm like, yo, can I borrow a pillow? He's like, now you want a pillow. I'm like, dude, this kind of sucks. But anyway, I remember we were out there, and he goes, look, are you interested in maybe doing a podcast, the UFC podcast? with maybe like DC or whoever. And I'm not a radio guy. I have no idea what that would be about. And nah, I don't think so. And then he goes, well, listen, think about it. So I'm like, all right. So I didn't, then we did the show and whatever. And then I don't know how long ago, maybe a couple weeks later, whatever it was, I get a call from somebody from the UFC, and they were talking about the show, and I think it was Craig, and he was telling me about, what do you think of Jim Norton? Your friends. I go, you're doing it with Jimmy Norton, the podcast, and I go, well, that's interesting. I go, I like Jimmy. I go, all right, well, I'll try it. I'll see what's up. I'll do like a test show or whatever. So when I did that, I called Jimmy. I go, let's have some let's get lunch or something and bullshit. So we, whatever, get to know each other. And then we did. And he's a good guy, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's actually fairly knowledgeable about MMA as well. I mean, I hear him weighing.
He's been a fan for years, right?
Jimmy's such a genuine guy. He's such a good soul, and he's definitely a fan. He trains with Jimmy Rivera at Tiger Showman's a little bit. He did before this whole thing hit, and now he's fucking doing that Fit XR like my wife does. He is. He goes, oh, it's great. I go, Jimmy. But Jimmy's fun, man. I like Jimmy a lot. It's amazing how tight I don't know how long we've been doing that show for. Maybe like 5 years.
Couple years, man.
Maybe
Couple
5
years.
4 or 5.
How often do you guys record?
2 times a week.
2 times a week.
For the last how many years? So,
wow.
So listen, he's been to my place. He's been to my house, and I've been to his place, and he's just a good dude.
Bro, what's his place? I feel like he's got a dungeon.
Nice place. Yeah,
I feel like he's got a dungeon downstairs in the basement or something. Though there's got to be some people tied up down there. No, really? Wow.
It's nice view and everything else. It's really nice, but he's just a good man, and I love hanging out with the dude. And I like that I get paid to hang out with the guy.
Yeah, can't beat that.
So that's a fucking good time.
Does he still do comedy shows right now?
He's I don't know. If
and New York doesn't have them right?
I don't know if he's doing it right now. He might be. I think he's getting back into it in August or something. Yeah. So he's coming back, man. I'm glad we survived that shit. Like I said, I lost the one school, and it's weird when I say I lost the one school. It's like, I never been busier at the place, but I'm not going to be paying $10,000 a month. And I'm not allowed to do business, right. But I'm still paying you $10,000 a month. Why am I paying? I'm not allowed to be there. Right. Fuck you. You owe the bank. Well, why the fuck? Why is it my problem? I'm paying you.
Too fucking much.
It's like, yo, man, I'm paying you to use the place to do business. They're saying I'm not allowed to do business. So I'm a simple dude, but that don't sit right with me.
No.
So if you're saying, all right, look, relax, we'll let you pay it over 22 months, Dude, I don't give a fucking. I'll be in debt. What am I going to be? Right. Every month that goes by is another 10 G's, and I'm not doing business. So it's like, I knew after 3 months, I go, what am I going to do? I'm going to be 30 grand. I'm going to be owing these people, or it's going to be over 100. I go, I got to fucking. I saw where it was headed, and I made the right call. So I go, and not to mention, when I opened up 2 schools, I thought I was taking care of people more that I don't even talk to now. Like, I always thought it was more than myself I had to take care of, and it's better to have one school and concentrate on that. It really is. You know what I mean?
Because nobody really knew in the beginning either.
Yeah.
They were saying 14 days, right? So you're probably in your head, I'm imagining, you're like, I could do 14 days.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, I could do. Shit, we're over a year now,
What was getting weird was when you're writing those checks for that much money and you're not allowed to conduct business.
That's crazy.
So it's like, every month that goes by, it's like, all right, people are saying another 14 days or another how many weeks, and it's like, well, every month that goes by, is it gonna be another 10 grand? Because I'm not. Listen, what people don't understand, not people. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not, but like some people look at me like, yo, man, this guy's hanging out with Dana, man. What does he have to worry about, dude? I'm not afforded 10 grand a month, motherfuckers. I'm not. I might hang out with the dude.
Right,
have the same haircut, but we don't fucking. I don't know his bank
different
account.
World, yeah.
I don't know his fucking bank. I'm not spending 10 grand a month, dude. I can't afford that.
That's funny.
It's
Speaking
of
Dana and money, he didn't grow up where I'm from, but Bangor, Maine, where they actually had one UFC fight up there, a small arena. But anyway, I think his grandmother lived up there on a street. He bought the whole fucking block. He literally bought the whole fucking block.
We had the show over there. We had a good time
in Bangor.
Yeah. We had a show at his house over there.
Okay, yeah.
A little racetrack and this and that. Oh, we had a good
Where's
time.
his house? Is in Bangor.
That was
think
in Maine.
I
I don't know the part
I
of
might
Maine.
have this wrong, but he definitely has family up there. I know like his cousins live up
But he
there.
has
so-
he says his
yeah.
own
I think
place.
his grandmother lived up there, so he bought like a house, and then he just bought the whole fucking block, bought every house on the street. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fucking good time, man.
Yeah.
We had a good time up there, man. Dude,
I mean it is Maine, so you can probably buy a house for like $50,000 up there, but still.
yeah, I don't know what you guys are watching, but listen, let me tell you about the show I'm watching. Fucking Warrior on fucking HBO
I've
Max.
heard good things
Warrior
about that,
on
man.
HBO
Yeah.
Max?
Fucking,
What is
not
it?
the
Wait.
MMA movie with fucking fuck that show.
who?
Fucking throw that show on the floor. And fucking step on it. I'm talking about Warrior. They say it's like Bruce Lee was his. I know his daughter's involved. He produces it, and she says he's kind of like from his drawings or whatever. I don't fucking know, but. Holy shit, the characters. I know the fighting's very kung fu-y, could be a little over the top, but with the hatchets and whatever, but you watch it or no?
No, but I've heard about it, yeah.
Wait,
So
HBO Max?
good. Yeah,
Oh, man.
man.
Yep.
So good. The characters and just it's in like what is it? Like 1878, like right after the Civil War, Chinatown, San Francisco, and you got like there's like the Chinese are getting like discriminated against a lot, and there's like different gangs of the Chinese. The police are in there, and the characters are great. They're fucking
Almost sounds like a Quentin Tarantino flick or something, you know?
Oh, it's so good. It's got that gunslinger feel, cool vibe.
Yeah.
Michael Bisping was in an episode.
Was he really?
He
Oh,
was
shit.
great. He was great.
Yeah.
Man. He was great. You know,
I'm check it out.
whatever.
Warrior.
Anything I'm into, I usually just fucking like the.
You're a
I don't
comic
know.
book guy too, right?
Oh, I
You
love
like comic
fucking
book
comic
movies?
books. I
Even the
love it.
movies? Oh,
Love
I'm
the
all in.
movies.
I'm all in.
I just watched the Snyder cut.
Yeah,
of,
Justice League.
It was great.
It was good. It was good. It makes me wish I didn't even see the original one.
Original one was
You know?
shit.
Yeah.
And not only that, you know who should have a real problem with it? Is Cyborg, Ray Fisher.
Yeah,
the guy who paid the.
Yeah.
Dude, they cut his whole fucking backstory. And the Flash also. You get to know it fleshes out. First of all, they can't do it in a theater. That's what's good about the streaming.
Yeah, 4 hours.
You can watch it
yeah.
in different chapters. They made it in
Right,
chapters.
right.
You're not staying 4 hours in the theater. You're gonna want to fucking strangle fucking
Right.
Zack Snyder. But the movie was a fucking great movie. It was epic.
It was.
The Amazon scene when they're fighting fucking Steppenwolf, when they're fucking defending the box, and it felt like 300.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, they're gonna fucking jerk off to your fear or whatever he said. We have no fear, bitches. I love it. You see it?
I did.
Thank
Fuck
God.
Yeah. Fuck
Otherwise,
yeah.
it'd be weird. Right, that was a great line, no?
No, it's-
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, obviously.
Yeah.
What,
But
from 300?
no,
Oh.
the Justice League.
Oh, I
there was
didn't
a
see it. I
part
didn't
like
see
with
it.
the
Yeah.
Amazons, it felt like 300, but with the women.
Yeah.
It was so done. It was done so well. I love all that shit. And my oldest daughter is into the comics so much.
Oh, is she
and all
really?
my girls
Oh, that's
are.
cool. That's
But my
cool.
oldest one more so. So I love that.
But
love
I
that
watched.
she's
I even
into-
watched the stuff on Disney Plus, the TV shows. I'm all in, bro.
Oh yeah,
The
everything.
WandaVision.
Oh yeah, we watched. I
yeah.
had George on. He was on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, he's on it. Yeah, that's right.
He
That's
plays
right.
Batrock the Leaper.
But he just died though. He just died.
Yeah, he got shot. Well, he got shot. Was he
Yeah,
dead?
you don't know, right?
You never
You're right.
know.
Never
He's
know with those,
fucking-
yeah.
Goddamn
He's
comic
perfect.
books.
Honestly, he should fucking be the next Van Damme. Why doesn't he do that?
He is good. I mean, he's
Like-
taking acting lessons.
He should do it. I mean,
He's such
you
a
know,
nice
you don't.
guy.
Like Van
He
Damme
was-
couldn't fucking act.
he
You know
was
what I'm
just-
saying?
he was-
I'm saying he needs to be the next Van Damme.
George is
When I was a
doing
kid,
good
he
with
was
that.
my favorite actor, man. Everything he was in was great.
Yeah, who? Van Damme?
Van Damme,
I
Cyborg.
watched it all.
Obviously, you haven't seen No Retreat, No Surrender.
Yeah.
Ever see that gem?
I don't think I have, no.
Seattle karate, and they talk, and then they talk to like about like they have flashbacks to like a guy's talking to like a dead Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee did kung fu, assholes, and then he did Jeet Kune Do. He made that up. He didn't even do karate. No Retreat, No Surrender. The bad guy was Van Damme. It was his first movie ever. It was
that was his
beyond.
first movie?
Oh boy,
Was
it
it?
was
I
so
don't-
bad. Yeah.
Cyborg
Look-
and then Bloodsport, right?
Look that
Bloodsport.
up, Andrew.
Cyborg,
Look
good.
that up, Andrew. I'm sorry. Why am I- poor Andrew just works the cameras.
Yeah.
I got him working the weed bag.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, Andrew. Seriously, the Tramp wants more weed.
Fucking guy.
Puts it on me. He puts it on me.
The only guy's not smoking. Fucking, holy shit. Go ahead, guys. What were we talking about? Oh, and another one. Vikings.
Oh, which one? Which one? On
Oh, the fucking series
not on
that's
Netflix.
on Amazon
I
Prime.
hear my buddy told me about that.
Did you ever see Vikings? Guys,
I watched the one. I watched the one on Netflix, but I heard
What is
Amazon.
that one?
It's like different. I watched a couple seasons of that.
I don't know what that is.
Same
It's
name?
Vikings, about Vikings, but
The Vikings one with Ragnar and fucking.
Wait,
you
I
ever
think-
seen
wait,
it, Andrew?
Ragnar? Wait,
Sorry, Andrew.
wait, is his son? His son?
The Suns are in it. But let me tell you about that bag I was playing with before.
Yeah.
Probably either that or the beers, and I'm probably gonna grab another one soon. Hulk, you're the closest one to the fridge, motherfucker.
Get in there.
We're getting real on the Champ and the Tramp. So who else you guys have down here? Do you ever have Ricardo Almeida in here?
Yeah.
We've had-
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to hear that episode.
Yeah. He's an interesting guy, man.
He's a great guy, no?
I'm
so lucky to have that guy coming up because that guy helped mold me into. Not a lot of guys will put pressure on you like Ricardo. Obviously, you roll with Ricardo.
Oh yeah.
But wow, we had such battles, man, and we had such good times.
I tell you, Ricardo. Like, I always tell people, people I rolled with in the past, and Ricardo's nice to me. He doesn't. I don't think he ever gives it to me because he's my professor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you and fucking Jake Shields is probably the most top pressure I've ever felt from anybody.
We rolled when I came to visit you guys.
Yeah,
Me and I
yeah.
brought one of my black
yeah,
belts.
and I was like,
Wow,
holy
that was ages
fuck,
ago.
man. Yeah,
We had fun.
yeah,
I always kept telling you to come out to my place when you want to.
yeah.
You know?
No,
Remember?
I will. I definitely.
Yeah.
You've never rolled with Gordon?
I have, yeah.
Oh.
But he's fucking. I'm saying someone my size and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Who'd you say? Put myself in who?
Jake Shields.
Oh, Jake
He
Shields
gave
is
me
awesome.
some fucking crazy top
Jake
pressure.
Shields is a
at the time.
great fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, if you seen what he did in his career with, and I love that he's a fundamentals guy. I'm gonna pass your guard. I'm gonna mount you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you up for mount. I'm gonna take you back.
Right.
Boom,
right,
boom, boom.
right.
A little awkward
Systematically,
standing,
bump,
but
step by step.
tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Jake Shields a lot. His fight with Damian Maia is one to watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damian Maia, Ben Askren's a great
That's a great
fight.
one too. Yeah.
That almost felt like a style versus style fight.
Yeah.
Best of jiu-jitsu, best
For
of
sure,
wrestling.
like old school fight.
They
yeah.
got to show that both their, there's the wrestling takedowns from
Yeah.
Askren, the omoplata reversal, the
Right.
leg lock reversal from Damian Maia,
Yeah.
rear naked choke finish. Love it. I love a good grappling match.
Yeah.
One that's like that.
yeah.
not
not
holding
boring.
and
Holding.
whatnot.
Yeah.
You know?
And Hodger Gracie once too. I rolled with him. I was out in London. I was out there. I rolled with him. I think I jumped the guillotine. Dude, I know I was fucking gonna guillotine him. I go for a guillotine, but he fucking dropped his shoulder in my chest. I couldn't breathe right for 2 months.
That's so funny, man. He's a beast too, Hodger.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And he's another good guy. He's in London, no?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, shit, man. I haven't been there in a while. It's very gloomy there.
I was there only once. I tell you what, it was a good time. The food fucking horrible, but everything else was pretty cool. Piccadilly Circus. I was with my wife. We took the train. It was fucking a great time, man.
The what now? Pickle what now?
I don't know. Piccadilly Circus or something. It's like a stop on a train station. It's like it'd be like Times Square. You know what I mean?
Oh shit,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you got some hoodlum Spider-Mans trying to fucking take pictures with you.
Naked
You're not
cowboy.
Batman. Get out of here. Who the fuck are you? You know, and they all try to crowd you for a picture. Get out of here. Get out of my face. You know? I haven't been here in a while. Fucking Times Square.
Oh,
Who
bro.
knows when I'm going back.
Yeah.
The naked cowboy I see is still there, man. What's it been? 20 years that guy's been doing that shit?
Yeah.
Been there a long time, bro. He's made a living off it. He's made a career out of it.
I haven't seen
You
him.
guys knew each other. How'd you guys meet each other? Before.
Probably 20 years ago. We
Wait,
got mutual friends, I
But
guess. is
you
how we
got
met.
mutual friends before you got known through
yeah,
the reality
way
show?
before.
I
that,
met
yeah.
I met JWoww through him.
That's a crazy.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of weird. No, that you guys
Yeah.
both
We
got.
got a lot of mutual friends. It's I met you
Oh,
through
yeah.
through Woods, I guess.
Yeah,
is really
yeah,
how I met you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wuzza. That's another
But
nickname.
when I met
Wuzza.
him, it was yeah.
Was
I don't even know his fucking real name. What was his real name?
Steve.
Steve. Yes,
Yeah,
that is it.
yeah.
Yeah, I just talked to him the other day. I had a good
Call
convo
him
with him.
Wuz.
Yeah, Woods. He's a good dude, man.
And you said Ligori's doing well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He's doing well. Yeah. He
Ligori
always
beat
comes in.
Matt Brown, man. Not a lot of people know that. How crazy
Yeah.
is that?
What about Matt Brown?
Ligori
Ligori.
beat him.
Yeah, in a
Did he
fight.
really?
Yeah, at
No.
Brookdale
Yeah.
College, which is over here in New Jersey,
Yeah.
college like a local county college in New Jersey. Yeah,
First time in life I've ever seen Ligori.
actually, I have I remember he fought him, And I remember back in the day, me and Ligor used to make weed cookies. We would just put weed in cookies, right? We would just put weed in like the cookies, and we didn't like fucking butter it or nothing. We literally put just the weed in the cookies, right? So I made these oatmeal cookies, and I put a bunch of weed in them, and I had them
But did you cook it?
Yeah, we cook it. Like we made cookies, you know what I mean?
But you just put it, how did it taste
wheat
like that?
It's hard. It tastes like fucking had weed in it. Horrible. Like,
You're supposed to do it a different way, right?
well, you're supposed to like cook it in butter,
I don't know,
right?
man.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it either. But you're supposed to cook it in butter and then take the butter or whatever.
Yeah.
But this, I literally just put the weed in the cookie, and I had their oatmeal cookies. I had in my back pocket in a Ziploc bag, and I'm coach. I was cornering Chris. I'm fucking screaming, getting hyped up, and then I look at the bag. The whole idea was to eat these cookies after the fight. I look at the bag. It's all crunched up, so it looks like just like trail mix. So I literally just started picking out the green ones. I just ate like fucking 10 of them.
Yeah.
I was never so ripped in my life.
Oh, really?
I'm hanging out with Chris's friends. They're trying to talk to me. I'm like, I couldn't even talk.
It's weird. It's weird with the edibles because you don't know.
You never know, bro.
You don't know how it's gonna hit you, and you know what I mean. Like I remember Drago was gonna fight Phil Baroni in Vegas, and we had to go to the weigh-ins, and I ran into Joe Rogan and Eddie Bravo, and Eddie Bravo had these Jolly Ranchers, and he goes, "Yeah, you want a couple, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I put a couple in my mouth, and I don't know, I don't think I ever did it back then. This is ages ago, and I might have been a blue belt with a stripe. Now I'm a fucking red belt when it comes to the weed. But back then, I was very, new to the game. So I had a couple of those things, and I've been talking with Drago, and we're waiting to get the weigh-in, and it was kind of like a big stage or whatever. And then I kept talking, and I go, I'm chatty. I go, I'm high. I'm fucking high. And one guy's got to go on stage with him when he has to get his clothes off. So we had to go up there. And I remember I was up there, and Phil Baroni was up there, and he was looking, and I'm like, I seen him, and I'm kind of just smiling because I see him, because it's like 3D. Like I see him and behind him and the people, and I'm like, dude, he must have thought I was a fucking nut. I'm just like smiling, and I'm like, yo, I got to get out of here. But I'm like, it hit me then. But you don't know. You just don't know. Now I have an idea of how many milligrams.
But you never know. I feel like how many milligrams taken sometimes.
You know what's fun? My knees suck. I went to Disney. The last time I went to Disney was, I guess, a couple of years ago. My knees were really bad at the time. So I put on a fake brace, and I got in a fucking motorized cart. I'm not going to go in a wheelchair. I have pretty much pride. No one's pushing me around. But speaking of milligrams, I'll take a fucking 50 milligram pill, jump in that thing, and go, come here, little Sophia. This is the best ride in the park. Move over, Goofy. I'm fucking zipping around and then, sir, you can't have a child on your lap. I'm sorry. Come on, get off the lap here. Ready? Get back on. Let's go to the Star Wars section. I'm zooming around this fucking thing. It's the best part of the whole fucking day. I don't give a fuck. I go to the thing, I got a brace on. Fucking chilling
Right in front of the line, right?
But if I'm doing that like totally sober, that's no fun.
Yeah.
No,
maybe, I don't know. But I'm having a
It's
great
a lot
time.
more fun. 50
let's get
milligrams in a
Quick,
hole.
let's get some butter beer at fucking the.
You're looking
the
at
pub
life a
with
lot
fucking-
different.
What's that?
You're just looking at life a lot different when you're.
I think
you're
so.
there.
Listen, I gotta get my knees done. They suck. I got bad. My knees are like bone on bone right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I showed you behind my knees, I got like a fucking Baker's cysts. That I gotta get drained. I know it sounds horrible, but yet it's so funny. It's almost like an old joke. Tenzo had a joke. I was about to say a bad joke, but it used to be, man, I went to the doctor. He said if I keep doing jiu-jitsu like this, I won't be able to walk. I laughed because I said, why walk when I could roll? But dude, literally, that's my life right now.
Yeah.
I could stay on the mat. I could teach 2 classes a day, get a rolling session in, and I'm good. But my knees. Running's out. How I know running is out of the question is last summer, I went to show my kid how to do a cannonball. So you go to run to the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not happening. It was a fucking conductor. I go, what the? And it's not because I'm a fucking fat dude or I'm in shape. I can roll for an hour. I'll Kimura fucking. I could do well, but I'm still dangerous. I could fight way better than I'm not sprinting. If there's a zombie apocalypse, give me a pickaxe and a fucking dagger. I'm standing my ground.
What's that?
What's that?
You don't run. You stay
but-
and fight.
No, I can't
you don't run. I don't run. I stay and fight. There
You know
go.
who does? Because he posts about it all the time. Ricardo, bro. That guy runs.
He runs. He does.
like a
He's been running
fucking
lot, yeah.
madman, bro.
His son's fucking crushing
Is he
it.
really?
Yeah,
Little Henzo?
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
He's such a good father. Ricardo's always been an athletic freak. Always been.
Does 10 miles like it's nothing.
It kills me that I could ride bikes with my family around town and shit. I do that, but it kind of blows that you know what I get jealous of when I see Michael Bisping running because his knees were bad.
Yeah.
I talked to him
Right,
about
right.
it, and he had 2 new knees.
Like,
He's a double
replacements.
double knee replacement. Both his knees and 2 knees. Both new knees.
And he runs now.
I seen him running.
Why
Just
don't you do
posted a
that?
video.
Yes.
You don't want to do that.
The thing is this: am I gonna be able to roll the same way?
Mm.
I love is what I do.
Yeah.
Like first of all, I'm not gonna be able to teach for forget about a year. I mean, the 1 year I have to do one leg at a time. I'm not gonna be a total cripple at one point. You know, one leg at a time, and so that's like probably 3 months a leg, whatever it is. So it's like half a year or more. Am I gonna be that much out of my like? I don't know, man. I think there's 2 like schools of thought on it. I heard push it. You can either get it. Bisping's telling me to do it. He goes, do it. You won't regret it. Get your life back. But another thought is that you wait as long as possible because it lasts longer. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Danaher's got to get a new knee. He's waiting till he's like 56. I'm not waiting. I can't last that long.
No way.
I'm 46 now.
I think it's gotta be getting better and better too.
So, I mean, I wait a little longer. I might get bionic legs. Might add some height to my ass. No, I tell my wife I get my new knees. I'll be fucking 6 foot. Shit. Fucking weird. That's fucking funny. Yeah, man. I don't know. Eventually, I'll probably. It's inevitable. It's all about what I want to do. You know? But, hey, man.
I just got my hip resurfaced, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What they fucking do with that?
Yeah.
What they do with that? Just shave it down type of thing?
No, it's kind of like, I mean, I haven't even talked about it yet.
I was
but
gonna say, this is a first.
I fucking
What
married
happened?
Sarah.
What
No,
happened?
I have arthritis. It's too bad. It's fucking bone on bone, and
Oh, so you're relating.
yeah,
How does that feel?
dude, it was literally
Better now?
Oh my god, I'm walking.
Oh.
I was limping for a fucking couple of
Really?
years. Yeah.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah.
I mean, I see him all the time, and he was always limping.
And how does that affect your? Did you always have good cardio, or are you just a guy
Yeah.
on the vertical climber for 8 hours a day?
No, I just.
You've
it's
always had
natural.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in high school and college. and shit, yeah, I break dudes.
You always did wrestling and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, well, 7th grade, I started kind of late wrestling a little bit. In wrestling
Oh.
terms,
I did 7th grade, a little bit 8th grade, and I didn't get along with the coaches.
No, yeah,
I couldn't.
yeah,
They remind me of Eddie Hughes.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't like their.
I honestly, my coaches were great. Man.
Someone,
Really
yeah,
did.
no,
I
I
had
know
some
there's great
coaches.
coaches out
I had
there.
a guy. He is the only Toms River East. Toms River has 3 high schools. Toms River East is the high school I went to. He is the only coach that has been there since '78.
No way.
Oh,
He's
really?
still the only coach. Yeah,
Wow.
he's the head coach still.
Wow, that's wild.
I feel like he was old when I was there, and I was talking over 20 years ago.
What's the chances that I was at a rest stop and I'm walking out of the restroom? I'm like, man, that guy looked familiar. All of a sudden, I'm at the food thing. Hey, Matt, it's Frankie's dad. I'm like, wait. I go,
no
I go,
shit.
what the fuck? I go, what?
Yeah,
I go, really? He's like, right? Remember I sent you the picture? What's the chances of that?
I know.
You don't see
that's
people
fucking
from ever.
hilarious.
I work with,
I
you
know.
know? So fucking weird. You know?
That's funny.
I don't know. I don't know why
He's,
that
he
came
reminds
to
me. He reminds me of you a little
He's
bit.
high
fucking
energy like you. He's so high
First
energy,
of
bro.
all, he's awesome.
Drops F-bombs like crazy. I love him.
You know, some things. It's weird how certain. I can't remember something from yesterday, but certain memories stay with you. I remember when I was going to fight Matt Hughes right before I walked out. I remember your dad over there going, "Come on, Matt! Like, go ahead, go get it." He was like, I'm like, "Yeah." What a great guy, you know. So I don't know, very good energy, you know. And I knew he really wanted me to win too. It was nice, you know. But that was such a good time with all of us in there, right?
That was awesome,
right before,
man.
right in the back, watching the fights in the back, and that really, I think, put you on the map. Was that Sean Shirk?
Yeah, dude.
Because you know what it was? Because he even just looks like a little fucking troll. Like, like a little fucking muscle shark. And you're fucking out striking him, and it ends with you jumping to a guillotine.
Yeah,
I mean, just,
cool.
I remember Dana was like, I didn't see that happening. Fucking, You know, that must have felt good, no?
That
Frankie?
felt great, man. That was like the first time where I believed in my striking. You know, I was like, "Fucking, that's it. We're gonna bang it out."
I remember your wife Renee talking about watching him hitting pads and being like, "Holy fuck! I don't know, I don't know how this is gonna go." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you really showcased your hands in that fight.
Yeah, that was fun.
When you look at all your success now, Frankie, do you think when you first got in the game, did you achieve your dreams, or did you exceed your dreams? I'm in this to be a champ. Anybody can say that shit. I exceeded my shit for sure. Trust me.
Honestly, man, I'm fucking.
You being a guy with your success, Frankie, and always the same guy. Let me tell you, never let it get to your head, which is what I love about you. Why we always were tight. Always the same guy, never changed. Same circle around him. That's to show some real character. You know, tell me, did you exceed it?
To me, like I'm is it cynic? I'm a cynic or that whatever.
Cynical, yeah.
Right.
Cynical of yourself.
I don't know, of myself, yeah, and I feel like I didn't. I even like as a kid, like I had goals in high school and then in college that I didn't achieve. Winning the title was definitely the fucking pinnacle, but I wanted more. You know,
more.
Just even now, I'm not. I'm still on more.
You're still in it. You're still fucking in it.
Yeah.
What really bothered me with your last fight was you. God, I'm just gonna be totally honest. I remember, and I'm just being totally honest. I remember looking at you when it happened and you were on the floor. First of all, I was devastated, but I'm like, dude, what really bothered me? I'm like, dude, you looked in really good shape.
Yeah, dude.
Like you looked fucking.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you look solid.
Yeah.
I'm like, that almost bothered me as much as the fucking knee. I'm like, you didn't get a. You know why? Because you didn't get a chance.
I didn't get a chance.
Dude.
Doesn't kill me. You know?
That's so. I feel for you for that. Because win, lose, take a beating. That same knee in the third round. All right, but did not get a chance. And you looked similar to what happened. Not similar, but what happened with Chris is like he was in great shape.
Right.
So it's like.
All that work
you didn't get the
for
shit.
nothing.
People, that's what people don't understand.
Yeah,
the best to hear some shit. Oh, I'll get paid for 25 minutes or 15.
I know.
Really, dude? What about the fucking 3 months before, cocksucker?
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you eating on Christmas, asshole?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, but
And Sandhagen's got a fight coming up, right?
He's fighting Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's gonna be
It's just
interesting.
kind of
fight.
crazy to me, man, about that whole shit, man.
Dillashaw, I'm just, you know, you cheat in this game.
Listen, I'll give everybody the benefit of doubt too, and I'm not one to judge anybody.
No, but
I've never cheated. I'm never gonna cheat. I'm not. To me, like I can't look myself in the mirror. This is about who I am. Like if I take fucking steroids, and like that's what I think too. Like even steroids, right? Testosterone, like you still gotta put the work in to get the benefits. EPO is like a fucking straight cheat code. Am I right? From what I understand.
From what I understand, you don't get.
That's the cheat
how
code.
about this? You know the one thing I told you earlier. The one thing I'm afraid of is getting tired. Okay, I could do this, and I'm not getting tired.
Yeah, but
all right,
on, baby.
So, I mean,
yeah.
you know, I mean that changes the game, man. So it's like, and to do that, and you're doing this, and you're not doing it. You're not taking this shit to fucking ride a bike faster. You're taking it to
hurt
fucking
somebody else.
Take somebody's that could really affect somebody's rest of his life.
Yeah.
So I don't take that. I look at that. I'm like, I get like, I don't respect the guy.
But even more than like whatever that's like the disrespect where you're taking someone's brain cells, you know.
And I've done it. I probably 5 guys that did it.
Oh yeah.
I've done it as far as I fought. Like I mean, so if it's not like I'm like, well, like I've trained to go in there and put myself at risk, and I know I'm not doing anything. I'm not getting any advantages. That's for sure. Like you know what I mean. So. I mean,
you think it's easier for guys? We've had this talk in here. Guys in foreign countries, Brazil, wherever they're. Think it's easier to cheat USADA than the States. The States seems very. I mean, listen, we were doing a podcast one night down here. USADA shows up at like 9:00 at night. Renee comes down. Frankie's wife is like, "Yo, USADA's here." Frankie's like, "Yo, tell him we'll be done in a minute." They fucking didn't wait. They're like, "No, he's got to come up now." You know.
I'm sorry. Are you thirsty? Anyone? Oh. Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, you're not here just for your fucking muscles. Give me some. Thank you. I don't want to change my beers. Can I have the one to the right, please? Unless anybody's got dibs on that.
No, you're good.
I don't. You're
want to
good.
grab that?
Yeah, I'll grab it. Yeah.
Hey, dude.
All right. We like to keep it fucking fresh.
Let's keep it
at this
light.
place. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Hulk.
So hey, all right. So this I don't know if
Some beer opener here.
All right, thank you, bro.
the whole situation with Aljo, how'd that all go? I know that was a little public. You guys put a little something out.
What now? Which part?
Well, he didn't have you in the corner,
corner,
and
yeah,
then he
I saw
put
that.
something out, or someone put, how'd that all go down?
Yeah, as far as me not being in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird because you don't want to assume that you'd be in a guy's corner. But if you work the guy's corner his whole career, you kind of
would
assuming that
assume,
you'd
yeah.
be. I mean, me and Aljo recently had a talk. You know what I mean? So, we had a good communication, good talk about the whole scenario, how it went down.
Right.
And it was really, a big not miscommunication. Listen, people make decisions. Like, you know what I mean? So Aljo felt that, I wasn't really into it, which is kind of weird. And it's kind of weird, man, because, I mean, my thing is this, dude, when you have a major fight like this, people are going to be, everybody's going to be giving you that extra, hey, man, listen, you need anything,
Right.
I'm always there for you. I'm always there for somebody. So it's like, when I got how many months to be with somebody now, how it went down, it's like I'm going away with Dana a couple weeks, I'm back, and if Aljo now is leaving over like around a month early to Vegas to split up the camp, which he's never done before. And I understand there's certain times he has to be there for tax reasons. He's living in, he has the dual residence type of thing.
Right.
I get it. But like, I don't know, man. It was just the way I found out. It was like I found out through somebody. It was just, it wasn't done properly. But listen, I don't want to shit on Aljo anymore because we talked about it since, but at the same time, things were hurtful. So, I'm a ride or die. Like, I'm a guy who it's like, and even afterwards when we talked, like when he thought I wasn't into it, and other guys are going to be really into it because you're about to, dude, it's another fucking fight at the end of the day, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we're going to go, and we got our routine down. Like, you really, you know what you do? When something's not broke, you know what you do? You fuck with it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Obviously. So it's like, really, dude? Like, you don't need me for this one. Like, you needed me in fucking Missouri and shit. Like, fucking with Augusto Mendes. But no, I don't want to break his balls because that's why I did an Instagram thing with him because I love Aljo. I really do. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it was hurtful, where it's like, you're like, you really don't want me? Like you don't want me there? Like, you, because I was like, it was more hurtful than anything. So I was like, I didn't, it is what it is. So after the way that went down, I was like, you know what, man, I'm not taking any more time away from my fucking family for fucking, because it was the way it was.
It is tough for you guys, like,
I mean, and I love everybody involved, but that's just the kind of the way, the things went down. And like, again, he thought I wasn't into it, and he wanted to be with the guys that he was training for. So it's like, hey, dude, that's cool, but it's like, I don't know, dude. I'm loyal as fuck, man. I'm like, and I'm like, it was like, I couldn't picture, but listen, the guy's a great guy. There's a lot of, and he's gonna be a great champ, and I'm gonna help him out for his rematch. But you make decisions, and listen. You gotta have some kind of code, man. You stand for something or you stand for nothing. You gotta feel like if you're treated a certain way. My thing going forward would have been, oh, well, what about next time? Maybe I'll be in the. Hey, dude, I'm out. It's unfortunate because I love you, but you don't do me like that, man. It's just. I don't do. Imagine Mark Henry's like, hey, when are we leaving? You're like, I don't. Don't be part. Hey, Carter, don't pack your bags. I got fucking someone else with me. It's like it's kind of weird. So, but he looked at it a different way. But listen, man, you got to just look at the good times, man. I had great times in the corner,
Right.
But you got to know, just like in fighting, you got to know when it's like, look, dude, I'm not a guy to try to get my fucking. Just like I said, I'm not going to be involved in something like you're talking about acting or something. I'm not trying to. I don't gotta be more popular, bro. I'm popular just enough. Where I'm at Disney World, Disneyland, I'll be taking some pictures there, and my kids are like, yeah, that's nice. It's cool, but
not over the top.
it's not over, dude. Come on, man. I don't need nothing. I mean,
not like Roger or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not like fucking. Yeah. You getting hit up a lot, Roger?
When I go out with this guy, he gets hit up more than I do. So
I'll tell you, I like Tom.
You know what it is though? You know what it is? We're little. We blend in. This guy stands out like a sore thumb right here.
Yeah, Roger.
that was listen, man. That whole shit started 10
Look
years.
at that goatee. Look at that goatee up there.
I'm like
See the goatee up there.
I got 2 kids. I'm a single. I live like that quiet life now. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
Single dad. It's good. You already
know what
got
I mean?
your kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I'm good with it. I always take time. You know what I mean? Because it literally takes longer to explain why you're not going to take a picture or you don't want to take a picture than it does just to be like, yeah, let's take one. You know? And
that's how Dana's great with that.
I'll always be that guy. Always. But if it went away tomorrow, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to live 10 years ago. You know?
Isn't it funny with the with whatever fame we got? It's like, my thing is I got engaged. And then I got on The Ultimate Fighter. I'm only fucking around. But my thing is, listen, I need my wife to keep me fucking sane. I'd be a madman.
He says the same thing.
I'd be the fucking hashtag soccer mom bandit. I'm fucking around. My standards would be so that I'd be fucking killing it. Oh my God, you used to fight? Come here, honey. I'm only kidding. I'm fucking around. I'm a husband and a father. I have a good time.
And we just cut a new promo right there.
Hulk's been my Ed McMahon for 20 years. What do you think of that, Hulk? Oh, Matty. I'm sorry. Listen, for the people that don't know, we're having a good time.
Having a blast.
Oh, by the way, I might have said this earlier. Andrew, fucking. Come on, Andrew. Get on the ball. We get a new producer in this cocksucker.
So what do you think about the whole Aljamain and the Peter Yan fight with the knee and all that?
I think that well, I mean, what was the question about it? What
do you think? I mean, the fact that he got hit with the knee, illegal knee, just with the whole, the controversy of it all, and people giving Aljo shit for
the thing is
saying he's,
I feel the thing is this: Aljo wasn't acting. Aljo didn't think he was going to win the belt. He didn't think he was getting the belt with that shit. Aljo took the knee. I mean, when he took that knee, he took a fucking hard knee. Yeah. So it's up to him if he could continue or not. I don't know. The guy wasn't acting. So listen, it bothers me when you see guys like Big John McCarthy. That fucking guy talking about, I'm not saying he's acting, but I think, dude, you are saying something, so you're questioning the guy's integrity and his character, and you're doing it, and you're a guy that was never in there. Oh, you were in there, close to the action for ages. Right. You weren't fighting. Right. You're not taking knees like that. How do you fucking know what it's like to take a knee like that? How dare you say this guy's faking? I think that's very disrespectful. This was
my whole take, but the faking or not faking, it was illegal, right? Yeah. Within the rules, he got hit illegal, and that was it. Honestly, if that's what is the rules, it probably shouldn't even be the fighter's choice of should he fight or not. It's over. But this is my thing. This is also my thing.
Yeah.
Don't poke me in the eye and don't bite me, and I'm good with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a fight.
People, listen.
That's how I feel.
I feel very similar. My thing is this: you shouldn't be getting in the knee in the head. You know what I mean? My hand was down, wasn't down. My knee's up, my knee's down.
Tell me this too.
Put one foot out. We're doing a hokey pokey.
Yeah. And dude, I'm not saying this fight.
That shit.
And I'm not saying this fight or anything. But all right, if I knee you when your knee's on the ground, I'd probably rather have you up a little bit more. I'd rather have your knee off the ground a little bit fucking more, and then I'm gonna hit you right in the power range. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get that.
Yeah, I don't think that Peter Yan did it on purpose. I really felt
heat in a moment type thing.
Yeah, well, I think that he thought he was watching his hands.
Corner too, right?
He was watching his hands. When you watch the corner too, you see was it Mike Brown put his head down? Oh no, Parumpa. Who was it? Parumpa, the little jiu-jitsu guy. And you see him put his head down because he knew he was fucked, and you see the other guy yay! What do you mean? So fucking, you knew there was some confusion there. Right. But Peter Yan is a beast.
Yeah, for sure.
He is.
This is what I tell Aljo. I go, Aljo, this is what you do. Make an example of him. You make an example of him in this rematch, niche. Me, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Right.
No
Wow.
one's gonna go,
Yeah,
oh man,
absolutely.
look at him, dude. Look what he just did to him. Look what he did to him.
Yeah.
Right now, you think they're talking about the first fight with Kamaru Usman and fucking and Masvidal?
yeah,
No,
hell
they're
no.
talking about
Yeah,
that punch from fucking
Yeah.
that took his head off. I mean, jeez, that's what they're talking about. You have to make an example of him in the rematch. That's what the focus should be on. Gives a fuck about the belt. Good things will happen if you beat his ass. That's right now. Operation, let's beat him down. Make an example of him. That kid is.
Ricardo always say, winning has a way of taking care of things.
Yes,
Yeah,
fuck
that's just
that.
it, you know?
I feel like Aljo took even more shit because the next day he went on like Instagram and was posting, pictures with him with the belt, and I feel like that's where he took all the heat there because then people could more weigh in on it,
There's a couple ways you could look at that. Yeah. I mean, but did he do something wrong in a sense where he's looking at this? This isn't a fight. This is a life's work. Aljo came from not the best upbringings at all. A tough situation, and he 100% overachieved. He got out of a situation where he didn't have the best support around him, and look what he did. He had a dream where he achieved things in wrestling with no help but nothing but his then he got coaches involved in his life, and he's a success story, Aljo. So that belt is part of his whole journey. It's not just this one fight. So he should be proud of where he's at. So I'm looking at it like that. The kid, I've seen his journey. I've been there for his whole UFC journey. So I've seen it. So it's like, and I know his history before that. Guy's got 19 brothers and sisters.
Does
Where's
he
his
really?
dad at? You think his dad was his dad wasn't dad of the year? Trust me. So it's like, I feel bad for. I mean, and I know his family. I love him. Man, I like Troy, Kelvin. His brothers are awesome, man. I know some of his family, but Aljo is and he takes care of the people around him. He's got a good heart. Right now, nothing should matter. The only thing, fuck everything. We got to take care of this guy because that dude is a little Terminator. I'm impressed with him.
Yeah.
He knew not to give his back. He'll take a knee. He'll take a punch. He'll absorb that rather than give his back up. He knows certain positions that Aljo is deadly in.
He plays by rule.
Yeah, he's smart, man. He's a good fighter. I like him a lot, Peter Yan. Fuck.
Good conditioning.
I like just his. I like his belief in himself. I like his shit talk. Yeah. I like him calling Aljo a mouse, and I've been he's like, yeah, this mouse could strangle you. He's like, I've been chasing mice all my life. It's like, whoa, what the fuck did he say about the mice? The guy's he means it. No, you see in his eyes, he's a little badass. I love it. Yeah. I love it. No, him and Aljo are a contrast of styles and personalities.
He's from like Siberia, isn't he?
Dude, he's Drago, and the other one's more like Apollo Creed. But this Apollo's gonna it's gonna work out better for this Apollo. But personality wise, it's a fucking. That's what we're talking about. Right. By the way, your dog Biggie's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He is awesome, man.
That if I have a dog, that's my type of dog.
I got a rope he hangs from in the backyard, and he's
dude, that guy. I felt like I was looking at a mirror. If I was a dog,
it would be
I
you.
might be
It would be you.
Yeah.
It had my head and neck.
Yeah,
He's got bad knees
He's
too.
all head and shoulders, bro. He's all head and shoulders.
Dude, that thing's a big smiling.
He does have a bad knee.
I think I'm like me and Biggie had a connection. I like that dog.
Bro,
and it doesn't look like it looks like it's very hygienic. Like it doesn't look like it's like you don't look like you're petting it. You feel like you have to wash your hands.
Nah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it looks like it's clean.
Yeah, he's clean.
When he bum rushes you at the door, though, when you first get here, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know how this is going to work out.
Well, Frank didn't even warn me, though.
Then he's good.
I go, Frank, is he friendly? The big thing's like, I go,
Yeah.
Big ass head. Biggest head I've ever seen on a dog.
It really is.
Big head. But he's a good dog, though. Where that came from.
Biggie's awesome. Out of the blue with Biggie.
Even my wife liked Vikings, so that's why my head works.
I'll
tell you, why the female lead, Lagatha.
Marky Lee, the guy that was down in Texas,
What'd he say?
he said Vikings.
Dude, you know why? Because it's got historical shit that's correct too. There's the philosophical Christians with the pagans, the philosophy on their gods, kind of like teasing each other. Like, man, like what are you talking about? Like, your God does this, and they're like, yeah, man, you fight up in Valhalla, and then you get killed every night, and then you feast, and dude, and the fight scenes are amazing. The characters are great. Oh, shit, man, Vikings. That's my number one show.
Number one.
That is my
number one right now.
Well, when I think of all the shows I've watched, because it's been a while since I watched it.
What do you mean?
I mean, well, think about all the shows. What other shows are there?
What?
Like, I think
you
of
must
Breaking
watch
Bad.
shows.
And,
Yeah, Breaking
Phil,
Bad.
bring me some that are good.
Breaking Bad, Sopranos.
Oh, nothing better. Especially
Yeah,
being
but
from
let's
Jersey.
talk about
Ray Donovan. You watch Ray Donovan?
I never seen that one.
What?
But let's talk
Wow.
about. We have to talk about consistency. Sopranos did fall off for a while.
Yeah, but listen,
Dream
but no, you're right.
sequences
But
my
Sopranos
ass.
was the first.
And I like
But
no, I
Sopranos
love
was the
Sopranos.
first. That was the first.
They started making gangster movies after that.
Sopranos was
No.
great.
What?
They did.
Well,
Like,
Goodfellas was before that.
No,
Goodfellas,
not movies, not
Casino.
movies.
Oh,
Not
gangster.
movies. Yeah.
Series.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like?
Well, no, they
Peaky
started making.
Blinders?
But they started making
Fucking-
just series. Period, because of
Goddamn
because of.
Peaky
Right.
Remember how about Oz? Oz. Was a
I
great
never
fuck-
seen.
What?
Oh, I seen some of Oz.
Oz.
Some of my
That's
friends
prison
were in
one,
it.
right?
I used to
Yeah.
teach the guy from Biohazard, Ethan. Fucking what's his name? Seinfeld. Ethan, right? Ethan. He was the guy. I don't know. He had his dick out. He was in the Oz. He's a tattooed dude. He was part of Biohazard. I used to
I
teach.
ain't
You know,
talking-
you ever heard of Biohazard?
Is it porno? Is it porn? Is it porno? Is it a porn guy?
I don't know if I never
Porn
saw the
star,
show. I never saw the show.
You know, I went to a kid with college that's a porn star right now.
Say again.
I went to a kid. I wrestled with a kid in college.
That's
He's
a porn
Porn
star?
star right now.
How does he like that?
Dude, he won. He told me he won a reality show. That's what happened. He filled out a thing. He thought it was bullshit. Filled out this thing. He got a response back. He's like, "Yeah, bullshit." He filled this thing out, whatever.
Yeah.
They send him plane tickets to go somewhere. He still thinks it's fucking a scam.
Okay.
He goes there. He ends up like in a house. They're like, "All right, you guys got to fuck now." So he
Who?
does-
Who's he fucking?
Wait, it's a reality show.
Yeah, a reality
on what
show.
channel?
Listen, it got picked up. Well, other notes, he won. He won the reality show. Right? He won the reality show, and he got like a bunch of money. I think the show got picked up by like Pornhub or something like that, right? And I saw him actually at Nationals Division I Wrestle. Nationals.
Okay.
And
So if
and he's
one
like,
listen, if
listen.
one was going to
Listen,
Hulk,
he's
write
like-
this down. In Pornhub, what would you research? just only because of my curiosity. Hulk's going to ask me on the way home.
Who is it?
All right, we'll talk about this off air.
No, I will-
Hulk,
yeah.
Hulk, remind me. Listen, Andrew. Fuck around, Andrew.
Bro, but
Go
he's like
ahead.
this. He's like he's telling me he's like yeah, he's there. He's a single guy too, right?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think so.
Well,
Unless
yeah.
his wife's
well,
fucking.
you don't
that's
know.
not gonna
No,
follow
but you don't
life.
know. I think those people are
Some of
usually-
them live-
some are
yeah,
married
some-
and
some,
everything,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But he's a single guy and he's fucking away on a vacation, away a weekend with the guys. And he's like, I want nothing to do with pussy this weekend. He's like, I want nothing to do with pussy.
Well, you know what?
But is he just saying that? I feel
No,
like
bro. He
never-
says he fucking tags something twice two girls a day.
I know, but we're men, bro. Like you could easily do that the next day.
Yeah,
That's what we are. We're put on the earth to do that. You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, I wonder if my old pizzeria boss used to be like, man, I used to get so much pussy. He's a big fat guy now. This is when I was 17. I was delivering pizza. This guy, Louis, he's like, oh, man, I used to just turn it away after a while.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, really,
I
Louis?
feel like guys like that
Smoking
are
cigarettes and
bullshitting.
making garlic nuts.
bro. But
I go,
this guy's
really,
the fuck
Louis?
gets paid. He gets paid.
Well,
to do it.
I mean, listen, that guy is banging. You know, I mean, porn stars, whatever. They're kind of trashy, but they're good looking girls.
Yeah.
So, like, to go outside of that, if he's banging 9s and 10s all days, maybe he doesn't want to bang 6s at the bar.
true,
you know,
true.
So,
true.
you know,
Well,
But-
I would always say that you get a 6 with enthusiasm.
Yeah,
That would flip that around to a 9, motherfucker.
I agree.
Enthusiasm always went along. Hulk, you know me a long time before I was married. Because God knows my wife is a 10, 11 to me, but 12, but off the charts. But Hulk, my single days.
uh-oh.
Oh, I did all right, but sometimes I can fight in the open weight class. Only because, you know, it's all about enthusiasm.
It's all about it.
There is
like
a
Robert
guy.
De Niro from the thing. Enthusiasms. No. I love when the girls are enthusiastic. But that's back with the younger me. Right now,
squirters.
me and my wife got like a romance that you know spans decades. But what were you saying?
There is a guy in the UFC, or was in the UFC. He's in jail now. John Copenhagen, War Machine. He made a porno with a porn star.
Yeah, that's more
Did
than
you subscribe to that one, Raj?
he did more than that with a fucking porn star. He
Oh yeah, no. What do you do? That's
yeah,
right.
he had problems. And I knew that kid, man. That kid was on my season.
That's
in the
right.
Ultimate
That's
Fighter.
right. Yeah. Oh, actually,
He was like emotional on that show.
you were talking
too, right?
about how he was like a little bit. He had some screws loose. Even on the show, you kept saying it. Yeah.
I felt like with
he was
him
just
at
like
the
super
time,
emotional guy.
I feel like he's the type of kid that if he was around like my place or something, if he had somebody
A little more
that was
positive.
guiding him, he needed some positivity in his life. But he was people might. What he did was horrendous, obviously, and where he is obviously justified, and it was a horrible situation. But at the time, he was a likable. There was something likable about him. Like he was funny in a sense where there was one guy who we felt was the worst guy in the other team. He's like, "Yo, I'll fight him." He's like, "Someone's got to fight him. I'll fight him. George is better than me." Like he was pretty honest, and it was something at the time very likable about him. I liked him. I'm like, he was goofy, but there was obviously a dark side to him. I remember afterwards seeing him just making posts about police and this and that.
His
And
dad was a cop.
Yeah, he had some. He did not. He went after I seen him. He went south. But listen. You get more popularity, you get more power. You know what that old saying, Hulk? With great power comes great responsibility. Who said that? Jesus?
No, Uncle Ben.
Oh,
bro.
that's right, Uncle Ben. I knew it was somebody great. So Ben, it was the great Ben Parker. No, but it's true. See somebody when they got, how does somebody treat you when you have something? When you have nothing and when you have everything. Like I said about old in Brazil back in the day, when some of those guys, they were like, "Yo, Gringo, you still training? You train with him?" They weren't rude. No, they weren't over the line, but they were pretty rude. I asked my friend, I go, "Is that rude when they say Gringo?" My one friend goes, "No." My other friend goes, "Man, of course it is. Of course it's rude. He's calling him a Gringo." So it's like, all right. And I remember those guys. Because then when I see them in the future, when I've done something with, I've achieved some shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, Match, remember me, Match, my friend, my brother."
Like, nah, I don't remember you.
I remember you were a fucking cock. But I also remember the guys that were great, that were good, they were nice, genuinely nice. Daniel Gracie, Daniel Gracie? He's producing great fighters. He's doing great in Philadelphia.
The kid Sean Brady.
He picked me up at the, Sean Brady's a good fighter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's been on the show.
And the kid the other day, what was it? 'Cause I was just singing it. Santini? Santini? Sabatini. That's how it is, right? Sabatini. I made it a song. But, he's a good fighter. He had his first fight in the UFC the other day. But Daniel Gracie picked me up when I was 23 years old. I knew him, I think, from Henzo's already. I think he visited Henzo's. He picked me up at the airport, rolled with me that day. He was a big dude, too. I remember he fucking got me in a collar choke, strangled me. I was right from the airport too. I'm like, and he's such a nice guy. This was ages. I was a purple. He's a black belt, but but back then he didn't have to be a nice guy to me. But he's a nice guy. So now when I still see him today, I know that dude's a good guy, genuine guy. Right. Because sometimes people treat you good, and then you're like, man, you see them treat other people. What did Muhammad Ali say? That he said something like, he said a lot of shit, but he said great stuff. But he said he doesn't like anybody that's rude to the waiter. Because they would be treating me the same way if I was in that position. You know what I mean? Because God knows in our business, Frankie, it could have went south.
Man,
and it's so many fights. I feel like that. You know what I mean? That
talk about like a game of inches in football. Shit.
You have a different career. You have a different career if it goes different.
This guy's been in the fight game so long, man. How many was it? Like 15 years?
Well, fight professionally for 16 years,
and I don't really
UFC 14.
I don't really remember anybody being disrespectful to you. Is there anybody you can think of?
I can't imagine.
I think you're the most well-liked guy ever.
I really don't remember.
He's the
any
most well-liked.
talking.
I don't talk shit though.
No, but I don't think before any fight you had any kind of problem with anybody. Frank, you might be the most how does it feel to be the most well-liked fighter? Everybody's good. Listen. You think everybody loves me?
My wife is so fucking surprised. I'll tell you what.
That's funny.
She thinks I'm a fucking asshole.
Nobody, you're so funny.
You are.
Nobody sees you like your other half, though. They know you're the best. You guys have the funny thing. But, like, dude, you're the most well-liked guy ever.
Yeah.
People hate me.
No
people love me
way.
too,
Yeah.
but people do hate me.
You do?
Oh, boy, I know for a fact. I'll
Really?
show you things.
From
But I-
your fight days.
Oh, even from now, man.
He's
I
like,
get
no,
shit.
no, for the fucking
People just don't. I just don't think people like me.
No, I mean he's still in the public eye. He's got a podcast. He does a bunch of shit.
Hey, dude, Frank, it's crazy. Listen, me and you, dude, we did see people come. I talked about this with Longo. Like, we do see, people came in after us and they left way before us. Ain't that crazy?
Oh yeah.
That we're still around.
You
Like,
gotta
you know,
like they say like
wow.
the average length of an NFL career is like I don't know 4 years. I wonder what the average length of a
Just-
UFC career is.
Just to be like involved with it still. Like, you know what I mean? My last fight was 10 years ago.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
still doing shit.
Yeah,
Go, you know what I mean? So
that's awesome.
I love it. But listen, if it all went away tomorrow, dude, nothing but good memories, and I still got my, my school's my retirement. Like I said earlier, dude, that's it fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. You ever think I'm like, I gotta go there tomorrow? Nah, dude. Hang out with my people.
Yeah.
Show up, pass a guard, rip a Kimura. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Beginner, get him out of a headlock. It's fun. That's a day's work.
That's great.
Fuck,
yeah.
man.
And you see people develop though, don't you?
Oh,
How
I
many
love
people
that.
not even like develop like through technical, but like just develop personally. And,
Oh,
and,
it changes their fucking
their
swagger.
demeanor, right?
Yeah, they get a
yeah,
different
yeah.
swagger, man. They get a different swag. They get fucking. They carry themselves different.
Yeah, you change.
'Cause
You
they
change,
know
you
that-
actually change
Yeah.
people's fucking lives.
Nah,
man.
that's what I'm talking about.
Instilling confidence. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can handle yourself in any situation as men physically, you're more confident, and you're teaching them how to be that.
It is that. I think it is that, but it's just everything else. You give them that family atmosphere. You fucking care. They're learning stuff. It's just like everything, you know.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the whole thing.
And to be able to make a living like that is a fucking win-win. That's
Yeah.
why I get happy with the guys I came up with, like John Danner's on a beach in Puerto Rico. Ricardo Almeida's doing always great. He had a school as long as I did, I feel.
Right.
And these are the guys I came up with. So it's like it's nice to see these guys doing well. Like, everyone's doing well. I mean, these guys are the guys my training partners that help. We helped each other in our careers with our training with each other, and the guys we sweated. How much times we with the blood, sweat, and tears together and everything. So to see everybody doing well, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like the first class of Henzo's first class, like an X-Men movie or something.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Yeah.
For real though. Yeah.
I wish I could see that more. Like we talk about Henzo. I haven't seen Henzo in ages.
Yeah. Me
When I
neither.
did
Yeah.
have my podcast in the city, I would see him definitely more.
Right.
Like, yo, man, I'm gonna be in. If not this Wednesday, next Monday. Let's
Right.
meet him there. We'd go to Mustang Sally's, or Mustang Harry's, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking one of them, Harry's or Sally's. There's two of them.
Yeah.
But we'd go there in the corner, man, get some beers. We'd get that chimney beer, which is like 2.5 beers. Like, it's the power of it's fucking powerful beer. It's tasty as fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
It was like an IPA?
How about this? It got to the point, man. And my wife's cool as hell, but when I tell her, I go, look, I'm gonna meet up with Henzo tonight. She goes, don't miss your stop, right? Because she'd pick me up at the train, dude. Literally 3 times, and one time my shirt was ripped, and I'd pass out on that fucking train. So I'm end up in fucking like Amityville. Hulk. I'm not in the best part of Long Island. One time I was like in Brentwood. I'm like, I don't even know that was on this line. Like, yo, man, want to get wet? I go, no, I don't want to get wet. I don't know what that means.
I know what that means.
I don't know. Listen, it was fucking. You end up in a bad neighborhood. I would call my wife. It was fucking horrible. My wife would pick me up with the kids in the car. The kids are laughing. I'm like, they go, Daddy. She's like, never again. Oh, it would make for great stories.
You're just sitting there on a
She
bench.
goes, you're not doing it again. She loved Henzo. She loves Henzo though.
Yeah.
So
Who
I get
doesn't?
away with it.
Everybody. Jeez.
I go, I knew I wasn't driving. She goes, you always miss the train. So now I'd always, whenever I go out with Henzo, I go, I'm going to set my alarm on the phone. I look when the train's going to get to my exit. So I set the alarm because I'd always miss. Dude, it happened literally 3 times. Not even 3. You think after like the second time, you go, yo.
Dude,
Drinking
fucking-
that good beer.
I I pass out. That chimney beer is fucking amazing, But so when I catch up with Henzo, I don't see him all too often, So
Yeah,
we put back a few. We have a good time.
That's amazing.
He's fun, man. Henzo's a lot of fun.
What you ever plan on because you're such a competitor? You ever plan on doing any kind of like Abu Dhabis or fucking triathlons? What do you do when you're done fighting with that kind of thing? Because you're gonna have that competitive. Listen, you know how I'll compete and I'll virtually kick the fuck out of somebody in my VR headset.
Yeah.
I will. The squad. I will murk them. And a grown ass man. You know how odd it is to teabag you, and when you teabag somebody in Call of Duty, it's a button. I have to literally with my fucking headset get up and down and take that, you fucking. They disrespect me. I teabag.
Can you teabag with a headset?
Well, I got my. You have to literally go up and down. So I'm my kid. I'm doing my leg exercises. The motherfucker, I'm teabagging these motherfucking fools. But anyway.
Now they know it's you. They know.
My point is that my competitive people on there,
Yeah.
they end up knowing. My name on there is I don't have the shirt on. Is Kimura Savage, and so I talk about it on my podcast. So I meet up with people on there, and there's one kid from Scotland. He's called Jimmy would make fun of me because I'd have a nickname where they called me Kimura Savage or whatever, so he'd be like, oh, well, Kimura Lad, Kimura Bucko. Jimmy would always throw a different name on it. So these guys I play with, this kid from Scotland has the name Kimura Lad. I play with Kimura Bucko, who's this big dude from Chicago. So we squad up. It's a 3-man squad in this game, Population 1. So we go in these pods and we drop out, and it's like you have to kill all the other squads. That's the goal. So you got to get sniper rifles, shotguns, and fucking MP5s. And we're like, all right, man, let's go to fucking Summit or Complex. We go to a place, set up for it, and we fucking take out all the other motherfuckers. So that's how I get my competitive edge out. And I roll a lot. What are you gonna do when you're done fighting? Because you seem like a guy that has to do. I could be like a lazy fucking guinea and just stay around the house and play a game, smoke a little herb, and maybe do some push-ups. I don't know if you need a garden or something like my uncle, my godfather, my father-in-law Ciro. What are you gonna do, Frankie, when you're not fighting in the cage?
Oh man, I don't know.
Cycling,
I think I'll stay involved in the sport.
No, but like competitive wise, like that, like coaching or. But what about like competing yourself? Sorry,
I don't know. I don't know if I'll compete again. I mean, if I'm gonna compete, I'm gonna make money.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, right.
You know, will I grapple and stuff? I don't know. I see these dudes doing that. I think if I'm done, I'm fucking done, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll mountain bike. I love mountain biking.
I was just gonna say cycling, man.
You like that?
I do. I like mountain biking a lot.
See,
I just started doing a road bike too.
See,
bit. So I can't run as much right now. So I've been road biking.
I can't run. I can. When I say mountain bike, I got like one of those. What is it? Trek bikes.
Trek.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I do that with my kids around the town. But that for me is biking. Like you guys, I do it like. You ever see Baby Boy back in the day with fucking, what's that guy's name? Tyrese? No.
Tyrese.
What's his name?
Yeah, Tyrese.
That's like
Debo.
me. I'm like that. It's not a lot of exercise. It's like, I might go up a hill and be like, oh, my legs. But it's not like, I picture you like fucking rugged fucking.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm not doing that. I'm like Baby Boy.
Clip-in pedals, you're on another level.
No, I don't got clipping pedals. You know, I just fucking chill and go around my town with my fucking gang behind me. And my wife got the bike with the bike behind it's attached to my little girl.
Tandem.
Yeah. So we just go around town, up around, like, oh, girls, this is good. It's like active rest girls. Day off and they got bike ride. I don't know.
Before the sun goes down, right?
Oh, I tell them, yeah. The best when we did that during the pandemic. And I'd be like, oh, girls, it's like Lost Boys. We got to get home before this fucking
Vampires
Great
come.
movie, by the way. Great
Lost
movie.
Boys was so
movie.
good.
Classic.
Have to pretend there's not a sequel.
Yeah.
You probably never even heard of this.
Wait, what? There's a sequel?
It's utter shit. Do not pretend like I never said it.
No, I don't even want to
Okay.
know. I don't even want to know.
Lost
It
Boys
was
2?
so bad.
Never be
yeah,
it.
it was horrible.
Wow.
It was so bad. But Lost Boys 1 was so
Same
good.
people in it?
Big actors.
No,
Yeah.
only Corey Feldman, who was already out of his mind by the time.
Yeah.
But fucking guy, he was already dressing and dancing like Michael Jackson. So after Dream a Little Dream, it was all downhill.
I think Michael Jackson.
Dream a Little Dream. Fucking movie was fucking so bad. It was so good. God bless the 80s. But
best movies ever. In the 80s.
yeah, I'll tell you about reboots. They can suck a dick. I can't think of one good reboot I really can't. Let's talk about him. RoboCop compared to the old RoboCop.
Oh,
I wouldn't buy that for $1. I'll tell you right now.
Yes.
The first one had so many moments.
Dude, that's fucked.
How about at the end? So many moments, so many good one-liners. Where at the end of RoboCop, when he couldn't eat, he wanted to kill the guy, but he couldn't because of his objective.
Right.
And then he's like, Dick, you're fired. Right. And he's like, oh, and he's like, thank you. And he shoots him. Awesome. And then you got to the updated version. I can't do it. I'm just going to power through it. I'm still going to shoot you. Boom! Lazy writing, cocksucker. Wow. Well, I guess you just overrided the objective. Wow. Go fuck yourself. Give me back my money. I hate it. I don't care if Michael Keaton's in it. And the first one was so good. And Red Dawn.
So
double.
good,
I can't
man.
even tell you what happened. The original, maybe because I was young.
Wait, you don't remember the original?
Original was great.
Oh yeah.
Original was, oh my God, they killed his parents. Now he's getting sadistic and he's coughing. It keeps me warm all day. What do you mean it'll burn me up? No, Patrick Swayze. Anyway, listen.
Drinking the deer blood.
I loved it.
So good,
I
so good.
fucking loved it as a kid. It felt like they're in school and all of a sudden they drop down with the parachutes. Very unrealistic, but so good. And it was 80s, and also they shoot in the windows, and there's one kid still in the window that's shot. So you know it's hardcore.
Yeah.
They killed the kid's father because they took too much toilet paper.
Yeah.
And the kids transform from the beginning, going, get the toilet paper, I'm not losing leaves, to becoming hardcore Wolverines with the fucking things on their face, setting up fucking strategic ways of taking out the
Sniper
enemy.
ways, taking
And
out
then
the
you go to the
Russians.
new one with Thor in it. And I don't know, he gets sniped, and boo! You all suck.
But what
it
about
shouldn't be called Red Dawn.
what about like the Rockies?
What about the Rockies?
I mean, you saying only the first one was good?
No,
Rocky-
they didn't redo 'em. Rocky 1 was the best one.
Right after Rocky 4, you
It
should have
kinda
let
fell
it go.
off. Yeah, it fell
Yeah.
off.
Hey,
Hey,
my
Apollo-
ring's outside, Tommy Gunn. Really?
You watched all of them, though.
I watched all of them, but they really fell off. I didn't watch Creed at all. I just
No,
could never get into
yeah,
it.
Creed wasn't
People
bad.
love Creed.
Wasn't bad.
I did
Wasn't
not
bad.
love Creed, and I love Rocky. Rocky 1, phenomenal.
The best.
Yeah.
Rocky 2, great.
Phenomenal, yeah.
Rocky 3, 80s, Mr. T.
Oh, that was-
really,
yeah.
I watched it in the theater. So as a kid, I just liked it. Mr. T was scary, and then the success of Rocky, I loved it. All of a sudden he's doing the commercials. All of a sudden he's working out in that. Look, it's like you see shit like that happen in real life. Guys get soft.
Yeah.
Sleeping with a satin sheets routine.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I loved it. Rocky 4, when you can't win with the
Probably
Adrian
during the fucking Cold War. You know what
I
mean?
loved it. And then after that, it all went to shit. Rocky 6, I'd watch.
My ring's
I don't know.
outside.
I like when he came back some parts when he's like, oh, you running's out with your knees. We got to work hurting bombs. Some of it was fun, but at the end of the day, I just picture there was 4 movies. I don't get more. You know what I mean? It's very rarely could you get, like I said about those other series, shit falls off. Vikings, continually.
How
From the
many
beginning to
episodes?
the
How
end.
many
I gotta
seasons?
watch that
6
now.
seasons.
6 seasons.
Listen, after maybe a certain character dies, maybe it falls off a little, but there's other characters that are so good. They're just so good. I mean, it never lost interest. There's shows like that. Breaking Bad, I think
Breaking
was very
Bad,
good.
dude. Breaking Bad that's
Beginning-
the best ending ever. It
It
tied
is.
everything together. There's no other.
I mean,
series
not for
that-
nothing. I mean, it kind of out of the box. I mean, he
Well-
took a chance with the fucking remote control. I mean, I guess he took everybody out with the thing. I get it, but
I'm saying how it tied
it's
everything
cool.
together.
No, I liked it. I loved it. I did get into that. I love the way they did that
You
show.
watch Ozark?
Hank. I liked Ozark. But you know what?
I didn't.
I
Finish
had
it,
to
but
give
liked
it. I had to give it a second chance because I couldn't stand the wife so much because you're such a whore in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
After I watched him
She
watching
was,
her,
too.
and she's sitting there getting ready to get from behind,
Yeah.
and the fat guy goes in there, he's getting behind her. I'm like,
And he stayed with her. He
Yucky.
fucking stayed with her.
he was a total cuck,
Crazy.
and I could not
Okay.
deal with that.
No way.
cuckness.
No way.
Yeah.
And Jason Bateman's so awesome though.
He
But
is.
still,
Yeah.
I got into the movie. I got into the show. And I enjoyed it, and I liked some of the characters in it. To me, it's all about characters. The characters.
Characters great.
That's why I talk about that Warrior show.
The
Some of the characters. In it.
the blonde hair like hillbilly
girl.
chick.
Yeah.
She was the
She's
best.
the best.
Man. She's
yeah.
the best by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the best in that.
great.
And Jason Bateman's just got that funny demeanor, man.
He does. He's got a
You
good
know?
delivery.
Yeah.
Even when he's getting his toenails ripped out. But yeah.
You like the Judge Dredd reboot?
Oh God.
Now listen, Judge, very good Hulk. Thank you so much.
God.
Normally I'd say, why the fuck would you even bring anything up? But that was
Patrick
a
Cote.
perfect. Now we seen that in the theater.
That's right.
Me, you, and Patrick Cote back in the day. It's fucking great.
Wait, what?
Now listen,
Judge
There's-
Dredd, like
now
the
listen.
Sylvester Stallone
now
Judge
there's two
Gotta be
there's
his worst
movies.
movie.
There's Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was shit. Don't watch that, okay? Thumbs down, motherfucker. And look, I mean, at the time it might have been okay, but definitely doesn't hold up. But yeah, pretty much shit. Kurt Urban?
Yeah.
Kurt Urban.
Oh, he's the dude in Boys. Did you see The Boys? Have you seen The Boys?
Yes, he's
that's
in The
great.
Boys.
That's great.
Kurt Urban. Yes, that is him from The Boys.
Yeah.
He plays Judge Dredd in Dredd. I think it's just called Dredd. There's a remake. Must have came out.
2012.
I see, good job, man. Shit. 2012. That movie. Money.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking so good.
All right.
Such a good movie. Under the radar. We seen it in the theater. At least, by the way, probably the only ones who've seen it in the theater. kind of like, and I love this movie so much. This movie, no one I know seen it in the theater except for me and my wife, and it's my all-time favorite stoner movie. Grandma's Boy. Did anybody ever see it?
I saw it. Hell
In the
yeah.
theater?
Not in the theater. But yeah, I saw it.
No one's seen it. I seen it in the theater. I go, this is fucking amazing. This is up there with.
Who's in it?
It's basically
Adam Sandler's guys.
It's from
right?
Happy Madison production.
Yeah.
The guys like guest appeared well, who's in it is Nick Swartzen's in it.
Yeah, Nick
He's
Swartzen,
a
right,
big.
right.
The main guy is in all of Adam Sandler's movie as his best friend.
Yeah.
Rob Snyder's in it also.
Snyder, yeah, he's in all his
but
movies.
he's in it, but not. He plays a guest
Small
appearance.
role,
A lot
yeah.
of guys have a guest appearance in it, but the main guy.
Jonah Hill's in it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jonah Hill's in it.
yeah.
The main guy is his best friend in Wedding Singer, the one who
Yeah.
and the best friend in Wedding Singer, and the one who's also the caddy in Happy Gilmore.
Right, yeah.
But he's the main guy in it, who's like a 36-year-old gamer, and he works at a gaming company.
He like tests games.
where they test games.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he's 36, right?
And he has
And
little
all his friends called him all the kids there were younger, so they all labeled him. His nickname was the Gray Bush.
Yeah.
He's older, and I'm 46 and I play games. I go, I should be the Gray Bush motherfucker. So his name was the Gray Bush because he was 36. But anyway, what a fucking funny show.
It was, dude.
But anyway, Dredd. What a great remake, man! Watch. Not
Now I
remake,
gotta
reboot.
check it out.
But that's the only thing that's
It's the only
Because
good
Judge
remake.
Dredd was god awful, man. It's probably his
God
worst movie
awful.
to date.
fucking god awful, man. But yeah, man, I'm into all that shit. Guys, first of all, I don't know how long this shit's. I'm with you guys however long, but this might be a time warp because with those pacas, you know, paca. People don't know. We might have took a break or two, and had a bag of tricks. What else we got, homies? What else is new?
Oh shit, man!
Did we talk about everything under the sun?
Well, something a little more current. I'll pick both. If
Hey.
you wanna weigh in on this, Hulk, you can. What do you guys think? There's a lot of obviously in the news. Cops.
Oh,
getting
here we
worked
go. Here we
Shut the
fucking
fuck
go.
up. Shut the
Oh,
fuck up.
This might be the
No,
controversial.
I wanna
part
talk
of the
about-
show.
Yes.
Training, you asshole.
Okay.
Training.
Okay,
What do you
okay,
think about cops needing more training? Brazilian Jiu Jitsu obviously being a great base for that.
I think every police officer should be at least a blue belt, at the very
Yeah, I
least.
figured that's what you were going to
At the very least, have them train a couple hours a week, man. I mean, shit. I mean, a couple of times a week, more the better. But I mean, the worst thing ever is when you see them seeing an officer getting overpowered, and them like, oh, they're getting my firearm, and they're like the panicking. You've seen there's some horrible videos out there,
Oh, horrible. Yeah.
and it's like. They're so untrained. They're just not trained.
Occasionally you'll see a good one, though, where a guy is probably, I'm sure he does it on his own time, but he is trained, and he is a BJJ practitioner, and it's, you like to see those because those guys really, man. I just watched one the other day. There was a kid in a supermarket, like, just throwing shit and smashing shit, and this guy came in, and the guy was down to fight, and you could tell he clearly was a trained in fighting.
There's
Probably BJJ.
There's so many offices out there that don't know how to handle themselves. And that's when they're going to be. I mean, I feel how many jiu-jitsu schools are out there and judo schools where people are strangling each other every day. There's no deaths. Everybody knows they know not windpipe. They know carotid arteries. They know the proper way to do it. How many guys have done? I think we hear about it. People are dropping dead every day. Yeah. They should be able to strangle somebody the right way. I mean, everything's set. Listen, nowadays is a crazy time. Jiu-jitsu is essential more than ever for a police officer. But the problem is you get piece of shit politicians like de Blasio and whatever else, and they're making these, and I'm not getting political, I'm just saying that
these laws
you make these laws where you can't defend yourselves the right way.
Well, no, you take away strangulation.
Well, you can't
You're gonna hit the guy over. We're gonna hit the guy over the fucking head,
and you can't even mount. But you can't even. They had. I don't know if they changed it. I don't know, but they had it where you can't even mount somebody because you're on the diaphragm or something. Like it's like, well, dude, you can't. It's like I saw some older cops like talking about it, and they're like, yo, I don't know what I can do to control somebody. You're not letting me do anything because you're protecting these guys. So you can't have a street fight or protect yourself on the street when you got rules and they don't. So, and then if you do protect yourself, now you can go to jail?
Yeah.
Get the fuck.
No one's going to do their job. No one's going to do their job. That's
and you know how many police officers I teach? I teach so many. And they work in the city. And some of them are like, yo, man, I got to they have to like, the difference is like you have to get like, they come out when they're called now. Instead of out there patrolling, looking, they took away like the crime division, like the fucking
plainclothes officers.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
now they want to send therapists out first rather than police. They want to send like psychiatrists,
social workers,
right? Well, like psychologists. Yeah.
You know what's a good way to do it? You guys should see the movie Dread. Level. That guy send Kurt Urban out of that motherfucker. You know, he'll take care of it. You know, you got to make the call. You know, fucking the judge. I'm a judge.
Or RoboCop.
That fucking shit was great.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, man. That was a fucking great movie. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's what I think. Training should be necessary, and you know, it's never gonna happen, but it should.
Yeah.
You know.
It might. I mean, there's so much pressure on police right now. I mean, they're probably going to have to implement something.
Not if the same people that you're saying are in charge. They're not trying to push for that.
But what's the alternative? Just tase everybody?
The alternative is, I don't know, man.
The only thing good these fuckers did was make weed legal in New York.
Yeah.
Is weed legal in New Jersey too?
Just happened. Yep.
What time are we finishing this thing? I think we're gonna be pecan. No, man. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, we can rap, man.
Yeah,
I get bullshit more. I'm down for whatever, but whatever you guys want to do.
We'll bullshit off camera.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Listen, you know what's so funny? I don't even know when we started. But when did we start? Because it's fucking
down here a little after 8.
20.
Yeah.
Did we just pull
We've been down
did we
here
pull a
over
Rogan? Did we just do like a Rogan podcast?
We did.
Was this like a 3-hour fucking debacle?
It was.
How about this? I told you memories about it back in the day. I don't even know what the fuck we babbled about. I think we had a good time, man.
We did. I had a blast.
We did, man.
Hey, man. Thanks, dude.
We're going to have to do this again.
I think we'll definitely do this again. Next time, hopefully when I get back in the studio, come on. Yeah. Bring fucking Roger with you.
I will. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
It's a fucking good time. Andrew, nice to meet you. I know you're behind the camera. But, you know, once in a while you should pop your head in.
Andrew makes all the magic happen. We're just two idiots with a mic in front of us.
And Hulk, the reason why I'm all bright-eyed and bushy fucking tailed is, I fucked that up, is because you drove here. Thank you. Hulk, thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for the Hulk.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, Hulk.
Absolutely, man.
Hulk, I know you're.
the man
and Hulk
safe.
didn't geek out because I know Hulk's a huge Frankie Edgar fan.
Oh, shit.
I didn't blow your cover. I didn't make it awkward. I'm not going to do it now that I'm high as fuck. I won't. Guys, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Matt. It was a pleasure,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Enjoyed it.